All right, thanks guys for tuning in on this fine Thursday night. I'm Dominic. I'll be with the Ultimate Victory Cigar of Poker. He'll be in shortly. And we are here for our Day 1B to our 3-year anniversary $250,000 guaranteed prize pool tournament. Yes, you heard that correct. A $250,000 guaranteed, $50K for first place at least. This is a $260 buy-in, $40K starting stack, 25-minute levels. So yeah, tune in tonight. We're going to have our first look into our Day 1 as we are going through this 11-day series. We had a $50K guarantee just as the tip of the iceberg earlier, followed with a bounty hunter tournament. Yesterday we had a one re-entry tournament, a team tournament, and now to the main event of the evening. Also, a mega stack $100 buy-in tournament got added to our series just yesterday. This Sunday at 4 p.m. we're going to have our $100 mega stack tournament. It's going to be good times. If you want any information about that, check at Live at the Reserve on our Facebook or on our webpage. Also, we got some new swag. I'm rocking the unadulterated poker one with Vic on there. That's available in the store. Always appreciate your guys' support. Had a few people already get some of those shirts. Word of mouth is huge, guys, and when you wear these, it goes a long way. But here we go. We're going to get started just now. We see the nemesis from Mr. Kevin Wall. Raising it up to 2K. Blinds are 400, 800 right now at this point. A couple of familiar faces. Scuba Steve. And he's going to come with the dirty diaper. Well, here we go. Buckle up. And we have a 8 right in the window, followed with an ace and a 6, 2 clubs.
25. Find one in the attic, underneath one of the table chairs.
And a continuation bet from Kevin. Scuba Steve gets out of the way, and he's going to take down that pot.
Call my hand out like that.
Like I said, this tournament will play down to the final 10%. We are not 100% sure how many seats will be available because the registration is not closed. If you are in the area and you'd like to join us, we just got done with our first break. After level 8, there will be a half-an-hour dinner break. And at the end of that dinner break, that's when registration will be over for the day. We also have day 1s at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. 4 more flights after this one. Donald. Picking up pocket 6s. That must be his alias, because I know that gentleman very well, and his name is not Donald. Going incognito.
First, before we start harassing each other.
Oh, man, this is the quietest broadcast ever.
No, I think so. Raise 1600.
1600 bumping up the action.
Yeah.
Jen getting out of the way. Good to see Jen back at the reserve.
Don't get that in here.
See, if I would have cracked Kevin with that deuce 3, that would have lied.
10-8 for Will.
Room.
Donald, the artist formerly known as Todd, is going to raise it back up to 7,000. Like this play by him, limped in, early position, and puts in a 3-bet representing a pair a lot larger than 6s. Mixing it up. Yeah, this has been a fun atmosphere though, guys, so far this whole week. Day 1, I got here early at around 10:30. We had 9 tables.
I know. I don't know how it's going to happen, but that's way
to start it off. I believe 14 players advanced to day 2 from our first flight. Like I said, $50,000 guaranteed for first place. Also, shout out on the message board. I see Kiwi Colleen, Virginia Wayne in the house. Mike V in here. Also, smash that thumbs up, guys. Always appreciate the support. And we got a raise. 2,300. 10-9 offsuit. We've seen Mike on this live stream many times. Very capable of making a deep run at any tournament he plays.
At least Flint's an easy drive from here. You're coming straight down 23. Yeah. I mean, I didn't tell you, but I'm assuming that's the path we take.
How do you want me to look?
We have to drive up, we drive up to West Branch all the time, so we go through.
What is that, like, that's like 30 or 45?
All right, we had a 3-bet up to 6.5K and a call, heads up action, and we got a 6 ace
Yeah, there's really, unless you're going
8
there, there's really
rainbow
no
board.
reason.
Gut shot from Mike. He checks.
Yeah, it's very country.
Okay.
Huh? Hail? Okay.
65.
Yeah, my wife's family, we got
Grieger.
100 acres up there that everybody parks their camper out there, and we have.
I'm going to continue with 6.5.
Thing,
Mike's going to peel one.
I love camping.
See if you can get a little run good.
a little golf course.
King
on
of
the
clubs.
property that they've
Now
made.
top 2
That's
pair.
Chipping and
That's awesome.
pond. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting place.
Sounds pretty good.
It's great for the kids when they're young.
Mm.
Go up there, get chased through the woods by a bear.
17 for
Oh, good stuff.
17K. He's trying to get it all in here.
We go to the Upper Peninsula every year for family reunion, and right across the railroad tracks, there's big, like, lot of woods, and everybody always tries to go in there. My mom's like, "You guys are not going." Like, I probably couldn't even run from a bear.
I
They
think
play
they're,
dead don't work.
they say they're more scared of you, but I don't know. I'm not willing to try it out.
We try to get big.
Did you ask me?
And Mike lets it go.
Face to face, yeah.
Grieger adds 15K to his stack. Nice job. Now I'm joined with the Victory Cigar of Poker, Vic. We had
Yes.
a nice opening couple hands here. Told everyone about our Sunday tournament coming up too. They got added in last minute.
Right.
We had a great turnout for our day 1 series. You know, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Great atmosphere in here.
I'm like, man, am I gonna have to shoot this little sucker? 'Cause he was small.
Well, the Bears took Caleb
Come on,
Williams
buddy.
with their first pick.
Yeah,
And there it is.
Pretty iffy.
I had
That was a lock.
As Forrest Gump would say.
That's
all I'm gonna say about that.
I wasn't gonna mess with the moose. They're huge.
Oh, no,
you, don't
yeah.
you don't realize how big a moose
Just
is until
one
you.
leg. Ooh. Wait, I almost bent it. Oops.
Are they talking about the moose here?
The table, you know, sometimes we get tournament tables. They're a little bit quiet, Vic. There's been some good chatter at this
Stayed out
one.
in the woods for a few days, hadn't eaten anything, and big moose comes in. I got all the only thing you got.
Cheyenne.
is life, and it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do this.
Pocket 10s.
You guys good? Anybody anything to drink? No, appreciate it. Thank you.
Jen and Cheyenne actually are making returns on the live stream.
you got
Both
any lunch?
of those ladies.
We got a.
It's great to see you back on here.
I was gonna say, I need to double up, but
Come and check on you. I don't want you guys feel like you're just.
We appreciate you.
Don't
We
give
appreciate
us too much love, man. Damn camera. Camera
You
heads. You set that bar. Camera head's 45 pounds.
Cheyenne's going to take that down. She's going to improve to 78,000.
that's what I was like, hopefully if I
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Yes, I understand people have got a number of TVs going on right now, and we appreciate the people that have one of their TVs focused on our live stream here tonight. The Reserve in Toledo, Ohio, 3-year anniversary, the main event, $250,000 prize pool guarantee, $50,000 for first place, Dom. That's not chump change.
And how about 3 years being open and rocking and rolling?
Yeah.
Putting out some great experiences for the poker community.
It was very uneventful.
What a nice milestone.
$800 a call?
Yeah. Oh.
Donald, he's considering this. He's got King Deuce of clubs. He's in position on the button.
I don't know if his cards were reading. I don't think he was in here for the whole.
I just love that Donald switched up his alias because he's played on here multiple times and everyone knows his name's Todd.
Well, he's raised
been
it up to 2,500.
I do.
And we've got callers and not a red card amongst them.
Whatever you say, Steve.
So this is going to be interesting. Four-handed, here comes the flop, and it's all red.
8, 3, queen, all diamonds, and then you look at all four hands, and they're all black.
And Mr. Chuck here, after a check from Scuba Steve, and he's going to bet out,
It's still early.
Yeah, yes. We're not prime.
make it 2,500. It's really got the strongest hand right now. Nobody else, not much of anything. Scuba Steve isn't going to chase anything here. And now up close to 100,000 here for Mr. Chuck. We'll be going a few hours tonight. We had, I don't know if you covered this yet, Don, but I'll go ahead and keep everybody posted. We had 14 players from day 1A that are advancing on to day 2, which is Sunday. And we will be doing feature and final table on Sunday. And we'll be here on Sunday till we crown a champion.
Play it till it's all over.
Like my last game, but
Back-to-back Sundays, Vic. Jen now.
Yeah, thanks,
Picking up
Mark.
Ace King suited in clubs. Bumps it up to 2,100. Mr. Chuck with Ace 9. I like the Mr. in front of Chuck. Demands respect.
Kevin Wall needs 1,300 to complete, but he's going to let it go. And we're going to go heads up to this flop.
what, 96 minutes? 86 minutes.
Mr. Chuck just took the last pot down. And an ace right there in the window.
Action flop.
Yeah.
Ace, deuce, 5, couple of spades, and both players flopping top pair, Vic.
Oh, look. the
He's
line
going to bet out 2,000.
the line to what? They got a bunch of lines out.
I love that lead out bet by Mr. Chuck, though, because he's not going to just, he's getting some information now on this flop.
Jen's going to make the call.
New Taylor Swift.
Oh, and a 9 on the turn, top 2.
Boy. Bad news for Jen here.
And you got to think if you're Jen, you're not expecting top 2 pair, maybe ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, not ace 9, Vic.
No, and now the bet is 10,000.
Making his grand entrance.
And she's going to push all in here.
Ooh.
She does have 3 outs, and this
Sometimes-
is not her tournament life. We are still doing re-entries until the start of level 9. There's a $260 buy-in.
She still has 1 card to go, Vic.
I like Almond Rock.
She has life,
The guy is just a trooper. Like,
but she's on life support.
She's on life support. She does need help here.
King and the king only.
Yep, and does not get it.
They're playing with it. Well, we have empty seats. You can come back.
We have, what do we got, 7, 8 tables going right now?
I
with
believe
the,
there's 9 now after
9
the,
tables
after
with the tournament.
First flight went over.
Yes, and so we'll continue to keep this table balanced at 9 players with the rest of the tournament tables in the main room. We are 10-handed throughout this tournament. Marty's rooting for the guy with the Steelers, and I know you've met Kevin. Marty, when you've been here, great guy. He works, can I say where he works for? He works for a chip company, and he always brings us a nice big box of corn chips and potato chips when we've got a big tournament like
I
this.
appreciate it. I
And look
dabble.
at this now, ace, queen of spades.
Oh, big hands are going around the table, and the ladies for Will.
Call.
Smooth call. And kings for Donald,
Oh, boy, big hand alert here.
the artist formerly known as Todd.
Yes.
It's like Prince.
Bears on the clock.
So this was 15 minutes ago,
75.
and
Here we go.
the Bears were on the clock, as you can hear. He announced.
And we got a 3-bet up to 7.5K. Oh, man, Kevin Wall with 8s. Pair here, pair there. Pair everywhere.
I don't blame him. A raise and a call and then a 3-bet.
No, not especially with where your stack's at
And
that time.
I know it's your favorite hand, but that shrinks up pretty quickly when you're out of position in the small blind.
Yeah, I'm not going to get married to it.
Kevin's a very seasoned tournament player.
Raise 20.
Wow.
And now a 4-bet.
We might get a 3-way all-in after this. Let's see what Will does.
I think the only thing I ever remember seeing out in Youngstown's that one big factory that you pass on the highway that has changed. Yeah, has changed all its stuff repeatedly.
Wow.
Will
What a
lays
fold.
down the queens.
What a fold by Will. Someone's playing poker today.
Or something, right? Yeah.
The battery is in that town, but it's not there. It's
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
else. Altium cells. Yeah, it's like a mile or two away
Oh, okay.
from that plant.
I haven't been out there in a while.
So Donald makes the call.
And just a smooth call. Interesting.
And now
Holding
46,000 in the pot.
Yeah, I'm surprised with 11K back. He wouldn't try to get max value there.
And so far, good laydown here from Kevin and from Will. So far.
And
There's the all-in for Donald and a call. We calling it Grieger?
Your last hand.
Grieger?
Grieger? Let's go with Grieger for now.
Either way, I didn't play it. Wasn't great.
That would leave Grieger with 25,000 if he cannot hit an ace here.
And a 6 of diamonds, no help. Ace and ace only, and it holds. And Donald, the artist formerly known as Todd.
Meanwhile,
Doubles up.
Will and Kevin Wall patting themselves on the back for making a good laydown there.
Oh, he said good hand, and I'm like, shut up. Okay, wait a couple more cards.
Yeah, wait till it's over.
Thank you very much, Grigor. Appreciate your help on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Grigor.
Yeah, I think they'll sell you more chips up there. They
Well,
actually-
Grigor will be looking forward to avenge those chips and get them back.
Not you. Anybody, it gets the percentage up for me to be able to make these.
Yeah.
No?
Well, we're up to
But yeah,
we're up to 14.
I gotta admit, Vic, you know, curiosity kills the cat sometimes. I'm almost tempted to just walk in the live stream room, even though I've known Todd so long. I gotta go, where did Donald come from? I'm pretty sure it's not his middle name.
Blinds at 400, 800 with the $400 ante, and Donald's going to come along with the 10-7 of hearts. Mike in the small blind's going to complete, and then Grigor is going to check his options, so we're going to go three-handed to this flop.
2.8K in the middle. Ace, 8, 7, couple of hearts, flush draw for Grigor and Donald.
Yes.
And an open-ended straight draw for Mike.
Wow.
Action flop, folks.
1,200 here from Grigor. Donald just got these chips after winning the last pot with kings.
Welcome to the table,
And
sir.
as we mentioned, we continue to keep the tables balanced. We got a player coming in to seat 7.
We've kind of already said everything we needed to say in the first hour.
I recognize you from somewhere. Here, huh?
67.
Well, I mean, I believe you. I'll have to pronounce that, right?
Mike's going to raise up this open-ender. He's sensing some weakness here. He's sensing draws, I believe. So he's putting on the pressure. Mike does this really well. He prefers to be in big pots and often is the one that helps it get to that point. He likes to take control of the betting even if he's out of position.
Already 17.4K in here. We could see stacks flying. Man, what a nice way to start the live stream.
Yes.
We've seen ace, queen, queens and kings in one hand, and now we're getting all the draws in the world on the very next.
Raise. 51.5.
And Donald not playing around with his bottom pair and flush draw.
Kevin, how you doing? Good, doing good?
Yeah, if you're Mike, you almost want to call, but I think
Think your Steelers are going for it?
the pot is, nice size right now, but open ender. Still has enough to wait his turn. Yeah, nice fold.
Was the quarterback?
No, the cornerback.
And Grigor's feels like he's already got enough in there. He may as well. He's no sense in calling. He may as well push all in.
I'm hoping they make a trade.
And he's really going to like what he sees here, although Donald does have the lead right now with the 7. But 6 outs here,
13 of them in the deck, so there's a possibility.
You're not counting my.
a jack, and then any heart. But the computer knows that 4 of those hearts are gone, so a total of 6 outs here. Patrick doing a great job getting this set up well for us. We've got a great view. That is no help.
Good play.
And Grigor.
Wow. Donald just
I'm in there.
having a 10-minute span. Go to an average chip stack to a heavy weight contender right there.
Running deuce 3.
Patrick gets the name and the chip count here for our new player. This is just like any other live stream that we have, whether it's cash game or final table. Everybody is asked to put their phones on the shelf with the ringers off, no smartwatches. We're on a 15-minute delay. And thank you very much for joining us tonight, because we're going to be here, I think, for a few hours.
Yeah, at least,
Continue to
till
give
the
you
next break.
updates on the number of entrants.
Yeah, you told Patrick.
And now the button is on Mike, so we've got a dead small. Cheyenne is big and big only with a ante of 400. And Will is going to limp in here with the Jack 10 offsuit. Donald just took down 2 pots in a row. And now he's got Queen Jack. And he's up over 100,000 in chips.
Wow. Will also is 71.5. Picking up Jack 10.
Shocker. No, sorry. Raise 1,700.
And so he's going to keep the pressure on here. He's going to raise it up to 1,700.
You're on the rush, Vic. You got to play it, right?
Yeah.
Scuba Steve with the suited ace.
And that chime in the background means the blinds are going up next hand. Cheyenne going to get out of the way. She had Motown. A suited ace for Scuba Steve. 3-handed going to the flop.
8 queen 4. Rainbow board. Top pair for Donald.
This is definitely a run here for Donald. So far.
Yeah, the heater is real.
2 pots in a row. Now he flops the best of it. And a gut shot here for Will. And we're still 3-handed.
And now the 9 hits and the gut shot hits. That also gives Donald top pair with the gut shot straight draw.
Will bets out 4,200 here. And I like this bet sizing. 4,200 into a $13,000 pot. So far in a commanding lead.
Gotta love when you hit your gut shot straight draws.
And what's going through Donald's mind? Does he think maybe this 9 got him there, or maybe this helped a flush draw, a big flush draw? Because there was a pre-flop raise. Will limped and then called the raise. He's going to get away from it. And, of course, nothing there for Scuba Steve to hang on to. So Will taken down.
I feel like the other table
Almost an
is like
$1,800 pot.
It's a little slower.
And he shows it.
I don't know about
The gut shot.
He shows it.
1.5.
Hitting the gut shot. Life is good when that happens.
Don't require that much thought.
We got a great picture today via email from Kiwi Colleen. Her
A nice suited ace there.
Nemesis hoodie made it across a big body of water.
Yeah, all the way to New Zealand.
All the way to
Kiwi
New
Colleen
Zealand.
rocking the reserve swag, Vic.
Yes. And Kiwi Colleen, I can let you know now that that was Mr. Coffee, Neil Brinkman, that made sure that that happened. Dom and I took care of the rest of it. He said, I want this to happen, and so we made it happen.
Well, big hand alert. Sixes, ace, jack, pocket tens. All in the mix right now. Got a 3-bet up to 12.5K.
Mike makes the call. Cheyenne with 4-1 in chips. And a commanding lead here pre-flop, but here it is.
8-7-8 flop.
Another good laydown by Kevin Wall, at least so far. An all-in here from Mike with the sixes after a bet from Cheyenne. Cheyenne, of course, making the call.
Yeah, Mike hoping for a 6, a 5, or a 4 right now. Maybe he can get a straight draw on the turn if he doesn't hit a full house. But 10s are looking pretty strong. That's why the 9 really doesn't help Vic, because the 10,
Yeah.
would boat her up.
She's like now and
And that's a 6 and a 6 only, and the ace
Yep.
comes. And Mike, nice run, buddy. Cheyenne.
We'll see Mike again. We know that.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is only the second flight of 6 flights leading up to day 2.
I know we're not supposed to root.
We had day 1A starting at 11 o'clock this morning.
You wanted my ass so bad. So bad.
I guess, yeah.
And they got finished, was that around 6
Oh, you got
o'clock?
my ass, hardcore.
6:30 did they get
As soon
finished
as I
with
started talking
day
to
1A,
him at the table
14
all day,
players.
he was
Not only are they moving on
doing
to
here.
day
I'm like,
2,
genius. And then
but
he got
they
busted
were
out, and I'm
paid
like, oh,
immediately
yeah.
$400
Better not take
for bagging.
I'm just kidding, don't tell myself.
And of course there is a double bag bonus in this tournament.
Can we vote who we want?
Because we
Send him back.
Oh, now they
did
want to
just
pick.
kick
Now
one
they
off
want
the
to pick
aisle.
who comes in to fill the seat.
Keep kicking them off, but
Send
I
him
am-
back
I
then.
am
Red Rover, send our favorite player over.
Actually, tonight, I will say this, he was not bad tonight compared to
I want to give a shout out to 3rd Street Cigar.
Third
also.
Street Cigar.
I see Ken and D5 and Doc and all the guys having a good time at the draft. Not sure if the
They usually have it on. They usually have the live stream going.
Yeah, so- but yeah, shout out to those guys at 3rd Street. Look like they're having a max value day.
I was calling and this, I said, well, thank you. I said, you don't mind if I play with all your chips for a little while, right? Okay. Maybe stupid, but I'm stupid with your chips.
Or once you give me the buy-in.
And as Dom mentioned earlier, we have just announced that we'll do another tournament now as part of this 3-year anniversary. That is Sunday at 4 o'clock. It's a $100 buy-in Monster Stack.
Monster Stack.
Monster Stack.
Yeah.
Could we rip off the Monster Mash song?
And that is an $80,000. I don't think we could.
Okay.
That is an $80,000 starting stack, 15-minute levels,
And I won.
late registration until the start of 11. And talk about Monster Stack. Those stacks are going to run deep for a $100 buy-in.
See, I thought you were going that time.
I felt.
It's a no-limit smash.
4 o'clock.
Sure wasn't, yeah, I was gonna say, you sure it wasn't gas?
And of course, day 2 restart is at 1 o'clock. Doors will open up at 12:30. on Sunday.
Scuba Steve, looking down at Jack 9.
And now, for some reason, Cannon's cards aren't getting read.
Oh, we're getting the brother.
Yeah,
out.
Tyler, can we get an update? Is that just the player not put him in the box, or having technical
Or
difficulties?
is he in the wrong box?
Yeah, you're good.
Either way, he bets and takes it down.
The man of mystery.
Had you. Never mind. No.
We're getting the responsible brother now.
The glasses really help too, and it looks like he trimmed his hair down a little bit. Maybe it's all.
When I got those shirts, that's all.
And you are not seeing double. Patrick
Somebody told me, they were like,
vacates the seat, and
"You told me
his
this
twin
family?"
brother,
I was like, "No, I didn't."
Thomas, coming in to deal now.
Like it was not me.
I mean, I don't.
Both of these young men are students at the University of
I've
Toledo,
ever confused the two.
and they're both studying finance right now.
They look that much alike. Yeah, that's true. This week, I right then.
I was about to say, if it weren't for the glasses and a little bit longer
Yeah,
hair.
but one's
you'd
always
say-
got longer hair.
Right, but that's
How's
not
it
identical
go?
at that point.
And you're older, right?
I'm older.
Yeah, he's more responsible.
Valid points by Scuba Steve.
He's a little stubborn ass, huh?
And it means something, don't it? It means something. Everybody.
Yeah, he's 33.
It is fun seeing Tom and Patrick interact with each other.
Yes, it is.
At work, they
Or away from work.
they hold. Let's just say they hold their other brother to very high standards. If
Yeah.
there's a glimmer of a mistake,
Here's a big hand alert. Cheyenne raising up, and Cannon coming along, Will coming along, Scuba Steve will not miss this opportunity to be in a big pot with King 10.
this is a juicy one. 11.4K in the middle, Vic.
Well, he was conversing
And look at
with
that,
them.
10, deuce 4, flop, top pair for Scuba Steve.
Yeah, the weakest hand
Nut
hits the
flush
best
draw.
of it.
For Cannon.
See, I told you were going to play in here tonight.
Yeah.
Also has 2 overs to the board.
There you are.
Thank you.
I mean, I couldn't have known it at the time. I just suspected.
He might just put them all in.
I just hit aces crack. I'll have queen eight spades.
And there it is.
The weird part is I didn't even know you were in the hand. I thought it was him.
Stop talking, start playing.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
This is a tough one. I mean,
You
he's got
can't see the
13
cards.
outs. 2 of those are buried, so there's 10 outs here for Cannon. Just, a really great drawing hand. 2 overs
And he
and the
makes the
diamond
call.
draw, and he's gonna make
Keep
the
him
call.
Ace queen as well, but not that good.
You just shut these on the thing real quick? Okay, I did.
Nice hand.
So here we go. We got a coin flip.
Scuba
And we have
Steve,
100K.
look at all of those outs he needs to dodge here to make his 10 hold up.
And there's a 3 of hearts. It's not a diamond. It was close. And another 10.
Another
Scuba
10
Steve
there for
doubles.
Scuba Steve, and he is going to more than double up here. And Mr. Mark Hopkins coming into seat 5. Mark, a longtime friend here of the reserve, and many players, poker players here in the not only Toledo area, but Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan.
Yeah. I
He
didn't even
purchased
realize
swag
he did
today,
this
too.
on purpose.
And he did, yep.
Mike would be yelling at me for playing king.
So thank you,
I mean, it's-
Mark, for the continued support of the live stream. We appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
I completely understand. I'd be pissed if it happened to me. I was like, why'd you say that? Not pissed,
Honestly,
but
I
like,
didn't
yeah.
like the call for calling that. It
feel
was just
the
like,
same way, too.
does he have pocket deuces, pocket fours? I was like, and I said he's, I came to the
His was much
conclusion
prettier
that
than mine,
he
was what I was trying to say, but I didn't even
Yeah,
realize that I
maybe I
was
can
saying that.
Steve doing classic Scuba Steve, running the play-by-play of his thought process after the hand's over.
Yes, he
Explain the whole situation.
Yeah, we could take a little rest here with Scuba Steve at the table. Actually, Steve does come into the commentating booth from time to time, particularly when we have our dealers tournament.
He does a great job.
He does a great job.
His queen.
I was in there earlier before they got started, and Steve had told the table that he informed his wife as he was leaving the house, and she said, "Are you playing again?" He said, "I already told you I'm playing all weekend." He said it nicer than the way I said it, but here's the nemesis, speak of Scuba Steve, in the small blind. Going to raise it, and a quick call here from Mr. Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
Couple of clubs connected, Jack 10. Oh, boy.
Open-ended straight draw from Mr. Chuck. Scuba Steve with the nemesis.
Mr. Chuck not going anywhere.
When you got Mr. on your name, demands respect. And that might... He might... The price is so low, he might see one more, but... Not feeling too good about his hand.
That's a classic Scuba Steve bet. And by virtue of his king, let's see if Mr. Chuck wants to take a stab at this. Check, and king high will take this down. Not too shabby. Blinds at 500, 1,000, and 500 on the ante, and a $12,000 pot there for Scuba Steve.
Win for the nemesis.
Pretty sure if I put the 10 out there, you don't call it with king high.
No.
King high, nothing.
I would have straight.
Hmm?
Straight. I would have the nut straight.
Oh, I thought you were talking me putting 10 out there.
No. I wasn't
No.
calling anything. No, I was talking about him putting the 10 out there, not you. Sorry.
Mark gonna look down at King 3 offsuit, first act. Not expecting much interest. Yep.
Oh.
Puts the 10 out there, he makes my full house.
Yeah, well, on the river, yeah. That's why I obviously backed it down after the 9 came. I was like, shit. I'm drawing to a king.
We got a 8-deuce-4 board.
I folded the queen.
Did you?
Right
You
now,
don't want to be in there with that anyway.
Ace high in the lead for Cheyenne.
2-3, I'm good.
What are those chips going to even do for your stack? You don't want any of that.
Nope.
Speaking of which,
She's gonna put the pressure on the other player. See where she's at. Nice play. Take it down the pot. She has a nice table image. She's using it.
No, thank you. Please shop Scuba Steve again.
I like it, Cheyenne.
We typically see Cheyenne show up for our bigger tournaments.
You're coming up to the blind.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we're up to 15.
Could we say that she's a hustler?
Quick.
Oh, 15.
Cheyenne.
Could be.
16 minutes
I think
or
she can
16
be on the
minutes
hustler
left.
side.
I added to that.
She'll take your money and smile and wave.
Thank you for your
Why do you
contribution.
She'll even do maybe like the old New England wave.
That's
The
the,
proper
Pope
one?
John Paul wave. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the
the
Pope
proper
mobile.
one.
Yeah. Speaking of Cheyenne, King 10 will now.
Oh,
Ace Queen of Diamonds.
Vic, they keep coming.
They keep coming, and another Ace Queen. Oh boy.
Yeah.
3,500 blinds are 500, 1,000, and 500. This is a feature table of our day 1B.
Is that JJ McCarthy?
They were just talking about
Day 1A
Arizona's on the clock now.
saw 140 players, so we played down to 10%, which was 14 players. Made it to day 2 from day 1A.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were saying he was the most.
Like I said,
overrated person in the
$50,000
draft.
guaranteed for first. I think we're going to definitely go over that.
He's a 50-50 guy.
Yeah, he is.
Definitely excitement for this Sunday.
It's almost, and I don't want to compare him to Tom Brady, but it's almost like a Tom Brady thing, right? Where he had the best line in the world, so you never really got to see what he's going to do when he goes to the worst.
And we have a
team in the
queen
NFL.
8-10 board.
In the draft, he goes to
What
the-
an action flop with 2 players with ace queen and then king queen. The case queen is the top pair.
Wow.
Vic.
But I think there's also
Will
a lot of
bet
haters
7,500.
on Ohio State fans that-
How often do you see this, Vic, when you get a queen with all these monsters?
But, I mean,
And then the case queen.
This is a rarity right here.
Yeah. And there's no ace, there's no king, no scare card out there.
He's too much of a gamble for that.
And what could save Cheyenne here
Still too young.
is if Donald decides to raise this significantly and or go all in.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he plays this. Just a smooth call.
Just a smooth call, and that's going to bring Cheyenne in here.
Yeah.
And we're going to go three-handed to the turn. And that was no help there, although it is a gut shot
Yeah, I'll say that it's a good card for Cheyenne.
for Cheyenne.
She has a few more outs now.
Going true to form so far.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they know.
I wish Detroit would got him.
No,
Arizona.
Now a jack or a queen, or I'm sorry, or a king. You give her the winning hand.
He did everything he could to not go first.
And they're going to check it around to a free card, which is a brick.
What that guy is. That guy's gonna be awesome.
phenomenal.
He is ridiculous.
He's phenomenal.
And who's the other one for Ohio? Juby or?
Who's going to be the one to go for value?
He's good too. I mean, he wouldn't be a bad pickup for the Lions actually if he's still there at late 20s.
This third spade, this run out might save Cheyenne. She might be able to get away from this.
Right now,
Or she may be convinced that both of these guys missed their flush draws.
Just randomly wrote down a bunch of.
well, I'll tell you what might happen too is Will might fold this if she comes along because there's 4 cards to a straight out there. And he might be thinking someone's got to have it. And Todd, who would have chopped,
Yeah.
is going to take down the whole thing by this bet. This was a max value play by Todd,
Yeah.
not chopping this hand.
I thought somebody had a jack.
Figured he had a heart girl with the way he stayed quiet.
Yeah, Cheyenne made that call thinking that that was a missed heart draw by both of those guys.
Yeah. It was 11 works as a jack, right?
That's why you-
Spades out there. Somebody's letting that jack.
That's how you also got paid off, only because I was thinking hearts there. Smooth call in the whole
Well,
thing.
Georgie, there are still, besides this flight, then there are still 4 more flights before we get to day 2. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. and then 6 p.m. Saturday, 11 a.m. and then 6 p.m.
Next blinds, 601K.
$260 buy-in. Starting stack is 40,000. 25-minute levels. Late reg until the beginning of level 9. We have made available a
And I usually can't see that.
add-on
I have my glasses on, so I can't.
of $20 at the table to get you an additional 10,000. Don't know of anybody that didn't get it. So basically, what you're seeing here is everybody starting with 50,000. Mr. Chuck now, Ace 4 of hearts, and he's going to raise it up to 3,000 with the blinds at 500.
Always beats me up.
$1,000 and $500 ante. Mark with the clubs, Jack 7. He's going to come along. We're going to go heads up. Here comes the flop.
Yeah, but the blind's only 500, 1,000 now, and they've been lower when we started, Vic. I'm surprised with all the action that we've already witnessed. Just getting some monster hands.
And Mark showing some moxie there with that flop.
A little C-bet action.
Yeah, good continuation bet, and that takes it down.
When I drew it the first after I won it, the pin looked like a penis. So I had to come
Oh,
up and
Georgie,
say
I'm
it.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was.
Won't be able to make it this weekend.
Yeah, it was all rank.
This is online, Meg, so that's what it is. So,
Peter Steves is online.
Yeah.
You lose more if you do, yeah.
You gotta win a series.
Well, that's kind of, well, you gotta win a tournament in this room. It was kind of how they had said
Makes
it.
sense. I was like, if you have a jack, you're betting, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I got a couple second places in here.
And then, of course, it goes back to our spades, so I'm like, hopefully he's representing.
Thank you.
Scuba Steve,
Sorry, easily distracted.
busy in a conversation. Mr. Chuck helps him.
When he-
Remember, he's still playing
fire the
poker.
flop, I'm like, oh, yeah, he's got something to do.
And now we got the battle of the blinds here. Cheyenne
Nemesis.
and a couple more hands here where Cannon's cards weren't red. We want to bring that to the attention of the chosen one.
from all the lights,
So you weren't at the final table at that one.
And a
Yeah,
4-10-4 board.
They only did it out there once.
No.
Where it was televised?
Whatever Cannon's got after the check from Cheyenne, he's going to go ahead and bet it.
Oh, did they? I thought it was just that one.
1,500. Cheyenne's going to call. She wants to see another card.
Because I was like, I was in
She's
there
not a
for
believer.
like 6 hours and you weren't there.
8 of hearts.
Not for that 100K.
Yeah, I took 4.
She checks it again and continuing to put the pressure on.
As they were trying to get it all calibrated.
Yeah. They had some technical issues
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
Stopped
And
and started.
somebody tried to steal the catalytic converter off their van.
Yes.
And he takes it down.
I looked at it.
Nice hand.
Jim got the deck of
Yeah, you
guys.
gotta let it read it in there.
Yeah, just move it there.
Yeah, just move it around a little bit. They say,
Toledo. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? You
Kevin,
live,
how
we
do you
live in Reed.
I live in Bedford.
They say you don't have to rub them,
I used to live
but
up there.
I just
I
shake
used to
them
live
out
up
a
there.
bit. When I get them, I just.
I don't even look at them until it's my turn to act. I just.
Yeah, I grew up a
Yeah,
little
they
north
should
of
be able to
there
read.
in Novi. My wife
They
is
say you
from
shouldn't
there,
have to
otherwise
rub
I would have never even known Bedford existed. The only thing I knew it as is the exit to get out to buy fireworks.
Action's on Donald.
Right?
Yeah.
He actually messed up. He said he had you in the wrong seat. That's why
Eight
he was
deuce.
senior cards, but you're good.
On to
You're
Scuba
good.
Steve now with 10-8.
That was a good.
10-8, 10-6.
Oh, yeah.
10-6.
7. He said 7.
Now King 6, King 4 for Kevin Wall.
you're like 7.5.
Man, all the garbage right now, Vic, so
Yeah,
far
the-
that we've seen.
The good hands seem to be
8-3.
drying up a little bit.
Ugh. 8 deuce? Are we going to see a walk?
We
Yeah,
are.
I don't
My
blame
goodness. Yeah.
him. Man, everything was buried.
Everything was buried.
Yeah, no soup for you for any players. Will's got to be thrilled. Jack 5 in the big blind, getting the
Yeah.
walk. Take it. There's the outward room. You see the General Patton right there. Warlock Wesley in the top left, rocking the swag. Thanks again, Warlock.
And to the left of that, if you look up at the ceiling, there's table 7, and then it's 6 and 5. But then to the left of that are 4 more tables. So I think I'll run out soon and get an update here as to how many entries we have so far.
But the Christmas wreaths are good. You know what they need to do is go out and buy a few of the like taxidermy stuffed squirrels and put them in.
And now everyone's getting priced in the seal.
Everybody's coming along. Donald in the big blind, ace-4 of diamonds with nothing but limpers.
Yeah, he might put on a squeeze, but he
And
likes
he
to see a
checks it.
flop. Being polite.
Mine will be next time.
Next hand, blinds are going up.
No.
We got, wow, look at this. A flopped ace high flush and then a
boy.
5 high flush. 2 players flopping a flush on a jack 9 queen board. Donald with the ace high. Cannon
15,000.
with the 5 high. Oof. 2 pair for Mark. Open-ended straight draw for Cheyenne.
Man,
They come out of nowhere sometimes, Vic.
I know.
Action.
Cheyenne has the straight
And that's just-
with the king 10.
that's just you.
I mean, Will, even with 8-3, got a gut shot straight flush draw.
This weekend.
Yeah. But draft night, it's going to be 35.
That's Michigan. Hello.
Big hand alert, folks. Is Mark bets 15K. He's got 27 behind, so you almost think if someone shoves here, he's pretty much pot committed.
Yes.
Welcome to the table, sir.
Thank you.
I thought that was Glenn at first. It's not.
Chargers have selected.
Cheyenne is going to lay this down.
It's going to be like, oh.
And now back over to Donald with the ace-4 of diamonds. I got to say, Cheyenne, nice job not getting...
Did the 5 high flush fold?
yes. That was Will, wasn't it?
That was not Will.
Was
Wow.
that Cannon?
Cannon.
Cannon.
Wow.
And Cheyenne folded her straight. And just a call here.
This hand is playing very odd for all the. We had 2 flushes flopped, a straight,
Yeah.
2 pair, and right now we got heads up action going to the turn.
Haven't folded yet, I can fold again.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a-
Mark
what's the deal?
Hopkins.
Call, let's see.
Snap call there from Donald, and Mark needs some help.
King 10.
Days.
Fold this straight.
Yes, Cheyenne, you did, and I think you should brag about it.
I'm like, for one.
And no help there for Mark Hopkins.
It's hard.
You're looking at raisin chips over
A
there.
nice run, Mark,
No, I was
and
never thinking
some
about
nice
folding.
folds on that hand.
Never.
Go.
never
Yes.
raising mine.
I was saying, you know, you're counting out the purple, so I was like.
Yeah, so I was counting how much I'd have left when I made a stupid ass call. And then what really got me to fold though is I'm like, what if a diamond comes on the turn and I'm forced to fold? And
I'm screaming black card and like. Black, no pair.
nice
fold.
hand. Whew, shit. Dodged a bullet.
Well, you put the flame, you gotta be pretty agile. You gotta be
My
pretty
little
good at
chubby
it.
ass, my little chubby ass dipping and dodging is not good.
Wow. That hand was wild, folks. I am surprised we didn't see
That's why I try to keep
more
good
players
track.
get it all in, and a couple of great folds on the flop there. Jeez Louise.
Hurry up and call. Hurry up and make action. What are you doing? Ooh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
So those would have been
I
mine?
knew as soon as
Quick
I
misdeal.
looked at it, I was like, wait a minute.
Those would have been yours? These would have been mine?
I'm just glad it's a rate run. I'm glad nobody made action.
I had to queen 5 offsuit, so.
I just don't look in that.
Ooh. I'm like, hurry up and call. Never mind. Everything happens for a reason. Good job, dealer. Still dodging bullets.
Yeah, literally dodging bullets right there. She is very
What's
correct.
that guy's name?
Cannon now, ace-9 offsuit.
It's 25.
That's a really good movie. Love it.
Donald now 10-9 in the small blind.
I'll give you action.
Let's
It's weird
go.
that Nobody calls.
Scuba Steve, 5-3 suited. He's definitely a player that has a wide range of cards, likes to mix it up. 6K in the middle, and a 5-Jack King board.
Because I'm good. No diamond. I king 10, of course, and if I have any diamond, it's the straight flush draw. And then I was like, shit, hopefully I don't have a diamond. Well, I mean, I
And
kind of
bottom
wanted
pair,
it,
he's
but then
gonna
at the
bet
same
it.
time, I'm glad I didn't, because
Right
if
now
I
it's
have a
best.
straight flush, I'm calling for nothing.
Come on, 3.
And there's an ace.
The ace,
Thousand.
1,200.
I have a pair of 5s.
1,200.
we're gonna have to charge you guys 200 more apiece on those.
Too much, 200 more.
A bet of 1,000 on the river. That was a little unexpected.
Well, I posted 1,200 on the blinds.
We were in that damn hand for 5 minutes. You guys gotta get better than this.
I was going to say, I think it has to be 12.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
They corrected
I
it?
thought like they. Like you guys
Well,
are
give me
thinking
400
for-
back then.
I don't think this hard at all ever. That thing up to 5.5.
Cancel action.
Guys are not that good. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, I say you hit your ace on the river, so we're even
Coming
from the
around.
10s.
Coming around.
He kept it. He's getting so many tips he don't know what to do.
So,
It's his. It's in the
Isn't that a good problem to have?
He's like, man, they're still coming.
I thought it like fell out of my thing.
Damn it. Thought my 3-5 was good there. How'd it go?
Raise 3,000.
Of course, every Broadway card out there. It's like awesome.
Raise 9.
Raise announced.
Not this time. I'm still licking my wounds from the,
I really want a Hollywood for a little while, but I ain't gonna bother.
here, I'm gonna do that for you.
Nine?
Yep.
Uh, 43 minutes. We might get to we might get to 17 or 18. We're 3 people away from 16 right now. Are they down to 3 tables out there?
Oh, for the first day?
Thank you, sir.
No, I'm just talking about right now.
I don't know how far they are along.
First flight is done.
First flight's
Is it?
done, yeah.
That's what I thought.
14.
Did you bag?
1,200 to go.
Cheyenne now looking at 9-6 suited hearts. Lets it go. Mobley just sitting down at the table.
We'll pick them.
They just did
Ace
that
queen.
thing, and it's LSU wide receiver.
Neighbors?
Yeah.
To the Giants?
To the Giants.
Oh, well,
Rather than
He-
split somewhere good.
he had a nice career while it lasted.
Yeah.
Mr. Chuck getting out of the way. Scuba Steve also follows suit. Right now I'm not seeing too much here. Don't want to put up a fight. Yeah, 5 deuce in the big blind. Unless you're Scuba Steve, that won't get it done.
And then he lost the last pot that the bubble busted out of, so like 1.7. Roughly. He had 2.1 from what I heard. Then he lost 400K.
How many in there? That one?
14 went through. 140 people even.
140.
All right, here we go. Big things going on now. I just saw somebody standing up at the table,
Thinking,
but he's not really
especially
looking
right
at the
around
table,
break
he's looking
time,
off to the
there's
side,
a lot of
so I don't know
people
what's
jamming,
going
going
on.
out, get back in. I'm
It's
thinking.
kind of nice today, folks. Like I said, a lot of times the table doesn't talk if there's times in between hands. The table's talking. I'm going to let you
That's my big one.
listen in, get a little feel for it. We don't get this all the time. Sometimes in tournaments, you got everyone with their game face on. It's a little quiet. Yeah, this has been nice. Will now. Gonna look down at Ace Jack.
I
Making
got
a
it
call.
anyway.
Better.
I didn't want you bullying me.
Mr. Chuck, pair of 6s. Queen 10 goes away.
There he is. 15,000.
What's the big one?
Will you tell him it's my big one? That was before I looked, but it's still my big one.
Now Ace King. The 3-bet up to 15K over the Mr. Chuck.
Alright, I got punished for not being smart earlier, so
And he's going to show the fold.
didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Oh, she's low. That's wrong with talking, she has to have a hand there.
I'm not gonna be able to talk shit this good when I don't have a hand. It's gonna be bad.
Is the main
I'm gonna
lobby?
cry and start stuttering. No.
I'm talking about before the action.
I didn't even look.
I know.
And we are just about 160 players in this flight with still a whole 25 minutes plus the 30-minute dinner break to go for late registration.
No, I don't have to see 16.
Oh man, we might get 18 players.
Might get 18 players to move on from this flight.
Aces from Donald right here. Bumps it up to 4K.
Did you answer Georgie's question? The next Average Joe Poker Show
A week from this Saturday.
a week from this Saturday. If you want to be on a cash game live stream, give us a call.
Kara's coming in to play.
Yeah, I'll do it.
One winner on your way.
And actually, when I stepped out there were still some people walking in the door.
Getting a little Gamby itch. Big prize pool, big money, life-changing money.
1,200.
Pocket tens for Will. Donald right behind him with the eights. Just limp it in. Trying to play a little pot control.
Call. Call.
Thought they had you locked away for a minute. I'm like, where is she
I just
at?
can't read that screen.
Call.
Oh, no, I was talking about, I didn't see you in the morning, but
Oh,
it makes
I
sense
read-
you're here tonight.
Yeah, class.
Which means she's probably got a home run.
Queens now for Cannon. Big hand alert, folks. Got queens, tens, eights.
Well, it's good to see you.
You too.
Raise up to 15K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's at the hotel room.
And a quick fold with the tens. Wow.
When?
Oh, okay.
2 hours-ish.
Think we're getting around.
We're seeing some
Oh, Ron's fun,
folds
too.
right here that are just amazing to me. And every time so far, the players have been behind when they made the folds.
Smile on his face.
Donald now. He's got a lot more chips.
I mean, the skill level, I prefer Ron Spears.
Oh, they're just breaking the table.
Which means we might get one.
Travis coming in
Oh,
here.
no, we'll get two.
Oh, pull us up.
Yeah.
No, 2 different.
Fold.
Well, he's going to look back on this and probably be happy with this fold. I don't see anybody else making the call here.
No.
Kevin Wall.
That's a nice pot, though. He's going to pick up almost 8K right there.
Yeah.
No risk of getting it cracked.
Playing very slow. I would love for you to.
Hey,
All right, guys. Kara's coming in.
Well,
Good luck,
it's on
everyone.
the table.
it's Snowman.
A lot of chips coming to the table.
We're racing. Good old
Chip count.
Andrew.
Maybe.
Nice jack, nice
A lot of good money out there.
Oh, you got another one coming in.
string.
Oh, looks like we got Paige coming in.
We got Paige coming in.
Seen Paige on our live stream multiple times on our Saturday night Average Joe Poker Show.
So we could bet. Would you like to?
Do you need me to take anything? You're good? Your
Okay.
phone's up?
That is a hell of a megalodon tooth.
Thank you.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody using one as a necklace.
1,200.
Oh. He gave you the secret?
Yeah. Hold on, actually, sorry.
He took the
Yeah,
cards and I
it's
thought.
And you gotta grab a table for your water too. She took it off the armrest or whatever.
Thank you, Steve. Let these players know.
Oh. Raised to 3,000.
Asking the new player to make sure he gets a table for his water.
Don't seem as happy.
Oh, no, I'm great.
In the meantime, raises it up to 3,000 with pocket fives.
Extra happy. She has an extra smile.
Cheyenne lets go of an ace. Cannon now with 10-9 of diamonds.
I'm just
And he's
I was like, well, he tells me he's not working.
3,000.
at 60,000 right now. Blinds at 600, 1,200 with a $600 ante.
Scuba Steve, after you sit with a table, let's say you're sitting with Scuba Steve over 30 minutes. Sometimes he builds up pots a little bit easier, gets some more loose calls.
Yes.
And we have a ace queen 9 board, couple of hearts, bottom pair for Cannon.
Steve still has an out.
Run away.
And he is going to make that call. Oh my goodness, Dom.
And there's the 5.
One outer, and he hits it. And he checks it, and he gets check and a free card.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to get paid off much here, if anything.
8,000.
8,000 and a quick fold there. Good fold.
Yeah, that 3 was not a good card. Not only is there 2 overs, but the flush got there on the river.
Right.
But still, you got to be happy when you got out flopped and you turn a winner.
Yeah,
Anytime the chips are coming this way and not that way, got to be happy. Particularly at this stage of the tournament. There's still re-entries allowed. Late registration.
King queen for Scuba Steve. Limps in.
Kevin Wall now been pretty quiet. Paige just sits down, looks at 10-4. No thank you. Cheyenne, queen 10. And she's going to call the 1200. Cannon now, king 9.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know if it was your big blind or not, so I did just flat.
Yeah, you better.
Okay. Now I know.
The last day here for quite a while.
Why?
Raised to 4,000.
10 days, I get my left knee operated. Yeah, we're gonna do it in the fall, but it's getting so bad.
Mobley here making a move with 7-6 offsuit.
I had that one done in Christmas.
In position. Will coming along. Jack 10 of clubs.
$4K straight, right?
4,000.
Little pot builder here. And now you're almost getting odds, yeah. Everyone wants a piece.
5-handed.
400.
Yeah, 20 over 21K in the middle, and we have a 8 deuce 8
Gotcha.
ace board. Right now, king high is in the lead.
6,000.
Play your position though. There you go.
That's a good thing. I like that.
Betting it like he has a big ace, trying to get the flush draw the fold.
Yeah, and the only one that had an ace was Donald. He got out of the way.
I like to see this play. Nice play.
Very nice play. Pre-flop aggression with a continuation bet pays off. And a nice pot there for Mobley. I did have a chance to talk to Donald when I stepped out and found out that his online name is Donald, which is in dedication to 2 very close friends of his that he lost within 6 months of each other.
Oh, fair enough.
So in honor of them, he uses that name.
Okay.
I told him you were looking for
A reasoning, yeah, because
An
I've known
explanation.
Todd for a while.
Yeah.
And he's a poker buddy of mine, I guess you could say. Acquaintance, good guy. And
Who's picking now?
scratch right, but that makes sense. So,
Another team over
yeah,
here.
sorry to hear that news, though, for the reasoning of it.
right.
Hoping it would have been maybe a little troll or joke, but yeah, I mean, that's, I definitely been there in my life where you lose some close friends, and
The first guy that got picked.
sometimes, if, especially in the poker community, you want to get a little dedication to him.
So Will's going to make the call here in position and mixing it up a little bit with that 6-5.
Been there work. And on the service, I picked it up. He didn't roll out of it. Wow. Lost it at the first.
And then a raise from Scuba Steve. Everybody else folds except for Chase. Queen 10 versus Queen 5. All diamonds.
That's crazy.
Continuation bet from Scuba Steve. And that aggression pays off. And now Steve comfortably above 100,000 in chips with the blinds at 600, 1,200. And of course a $600 ante. Thank everybody for joining us. We are the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio.
Guess who
I know, I just saw it. That's crazy.
He comes busting
Michael
through the door.
Penix Jr. at 8.
Is that the Washington
Yeah,
guy?
Washington. Yeah.
He just gave fucking the Cousins all that money.
I said the same thing. They gave Cousins all that money. Didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
don't want to.
We got some avid sports fans in this room.
Oh, absolutely.
Is McCarthy gone yet?
Nope.
Back to poker. Mr. Chuck with pocket aces. Hello. You gonna raise it up?
He's like standing right in front of
But at least it's small.
it. Yeah.
It's a 3K profit. Probably wanted a little bit more, but a win's a win.
Tell us a story, Kara.
Mr. Enright joining us.
Hey, Mr. Enright. Hope you're doing well.
Good to see you again today. Mike Flynn and Jackie watching. Thank you very much.
Ah, yes, the Flynns.
Tell us about your worst beat ever. I said, tell us about your worst beat ever.
I love it. Steve trying to get the banter going here.
Tell us about
Kind of a
your
quiet
worst-
table, as usually is when we have these
Probably
tournament tables.
against me.
Much different
No,
than
not
our
gonna
cash
talk
game
about it.
tables.
Cannon's gonna get aggressive here. Make it 25 to go with a suited queen 7 of clubs.
Ace queen 4. We get it all in. Of course, she hits.
Couple of folds. Mobley gets out of the way.
Awesome.
Good living.
That's what they said.
I run over too many puppies.
Oh.
Just kidding, but it feels like it.
It's Flint. Those are rats.
Nice raise there from Cannon.
Hey now. People can hear you. He didn't mean that, guys.
It's funny, Vic, so far on this live stream, it seems like we get hands where there's a, it's going to be a really big pot. Then we've had 3 now where just everyone's been dealt garbage. It's like one extreme or the next.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kid ran that out.
I mean, man, we've had a flop where we've had 2 pair, a straight, and 2 flushes flopped, and then you get hands like that.
It is poker.
Raise to 5,000.
Fenton's nice.
What?
Nothing compared
Country.
to Flint.
But it's close.
Cannon now.
I mean, it's what?
He's going to raise it to 5,000. He's got ace king of clubs right into Mobley's pocket jacks.
That's what I was just talking about, Vic. Every single hand's different. Now you got ace king suited versus pocket jacks.
Yeah,
Raise to 18,000.
we go from rowboat to luxury cruiser here.
They don't let us Flint go.
One hand to the next.
Big handler.
We live in Heartland, Howell, Brighton. Where else? Milford. Pinckney.
And now an all-in here from Cannon and a snap call from Mobley.
The song, Fort Austin?
And we got 107K
It was like,
in the middle, Vic.
all right here.
Okay.
Just like that, snap of a fingertip.
Taos area?
Port Austin, Bad Axe.
Oh,
The
Bad Axe.
very
I've been to
tip.
Bad Axe.
Lake Huron was walking distance from where we lived at.
Okay.
Right there. Real nice out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Colder. A lot colder.
yeah, because of the water.
So it's always weird. I tell because most of my family's from the Novi area, but it's so weird because their climate up there versus down here. We get like 2 more weeks of sunshine, and it's like 7 degrees warmer.
Yeah.
It's just crazy
Yeah.
for my whole family. When we're talking, it's like, yeah, I'm sitting outside. They're like, yeah, it's
No.
it's freezing, it's raining. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna.
Here we go, pocket jacks versus ace king suited in clubs. A big one.
What is this? Card game broke out.
We got a poker game happening here.
Good luck, someone.
I like that. Good luck, someone. And we have a 9-10 jack board. Jack still holding good. And the jacks hold.
The jacks hold up.
Nightmare.
And we're going to see another player come in and fill that seat.
Yeah, 107 in that one. It's just amazing how, just in a flash, your whole outlook of how you feel about the tournament can change. Mobley, on fire right now. Nice answer.
Grandpa lived in Caseville.
I don't know if
Caseville's,
Shipping the phone.
yeah, a little bit before Bad X, well, probably like an hour before Bad X-ish. It's where they have like cheeseburger fest and stuff. Oh, it's on me, hey. You can't have me talking, I can't walk like that.
Sorry.
16 ago.
Somebody call a clock or something, jeez.
The weird part is I think I actually pay more attention when I'm talking than when I'm just, if I'm just sitting here, I'm like lost in my own world.
Ace 8 suited for Mobley. He's on a heater, and he's going to make it 4K the go.
Help you out here. We're gonna get
I
that.
do appreciate
Has a nice
We're gonna
table
get that
image
guaranteed.
established so far. Saw a nice bluff with him with 7 high.
That was a lot of
Just a few hands before he took out a player for 107K pot total.
Was it Tuesday?
K Wall,
Yeah, it
pocket
was
fours
Tuesday.
on the
Yep.
button. He's going to call. Full
Yeah, that was a
fold.
lot. I mean,
Been pretty quiet here
I think
for
third. You guys-
Kevin.
You guys took what, second?
And he's up against
No,
a
you
suited
got,
ace.
Seventh?
Mobley, after taking down a really big pot there with the jacks.
It was kind of
Oh, and an ace right in the window. Might be a money saver here for Kevin Wall.
On the same team.
He's got such a big stack, he's just kind of like looking for chips to throw in there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this many.
With each other.
I got a wall now.
Yeah.
No pun intended for Kevin.
At least you guys made money though, right?
Yeah.
That was a good one. Kevin wouldn't think so in this case, but
No. Another pot.
Okay, when you're done stacking. Thank you very much.
thank you, Alan. Yep, go Bears. It's going to be interesting to see how this season plays out.
16 with
Well, he'll have no excuses. He has the weapons now.
He's got the weapons just as long as they can protect him.
17th voucher, I think.
Got to build up that offensive line
Yeah.
and really also have to build up the defensive line. We have not been winning it at the line on either side of the ball.
I'm not doing it again.
Back to poker.
I got
1200.
another free one tomorrow from the satellite.
Rose, I didn't get down to one.
Looks like they're 8 and 16 right now. The blinds have gone up.
Play this one, only because I didn't know if I wanted to double grind, just play in the morning or what, but.
I don't mind doing the
Mobley.
back-to-backs except for on.
Playing the 3-6 Mafia suited. I like
That's
it.
the rough one.
Yeah, because of if you do bag, making it.
Kevin Wall now with Jack
Well,
10 of
it's Sunday,
hearts.
just making it Sunday. You've been
Nothing
playing
here so far for Paige.
Your brain's just fried. You got to recharge.
But we're going to go four-handed to the flop.
Ace 6, 10, couple of spades. Pair
Kevin
of
Wall
sixes.
getting the best of it, right?
Yeah, he did get the best of the mid pair. Mobley did hit bottom pair. Looks like a quick fold, though. He's not going to defend. It's out of the way. Nice hand. Chase.
Okay. Yeah, you
Chase is a very sound player, by
Yeah.
the way. Got to deal with him earlier this morning.
We both did, yes. I agree.
Yeah, dangerous at the table. Does not give any tells away. Very consistent.
I am very against the Bears. Sorry, Vic. I know you. Vic
That's
knows
all right.
I'm not a Bears fan.
Steve,
But there was
no
one
need to
time
apologize.
last season
Yeah.
I did, you know, I said good
A lot of
luck.
Lions
saying
fans.
He says he's
Usually I'm against anything Chicago.
he's against anything Chicago.
And
Except me.
and that's pretty much my rule, too, Vic.
Except me. I'll have to call him on that later.
My daughter texted me,
That's pretty much how I feel. Everything in Chicago except Vic. I love Vic.
University of Chicago. She's like, should I go? I said, yeah, you got a 50-50 chance of making it out alive.
Still really disappointed, though, that the Blackhawks and Red Wings got moved with the realignment on opposite sides. I
Yeah.
thought that was arguably the best rivalry in hockey.
Yes.
Kevin Wall now going to raise this up in position with Queen Jack of Hearts.
Big hand alert here, folks.
Going to make it 4,000, and Chase coming along. Cheyenne with pocket fours. Mobley
love to want to fold.
Couple
for
of
you.
diamonds.
Yeah.
Steve would really, really like to fold, but he
He's got
can't
the
help
moose.
himself, and he's got the moose. Here in Toledo, that's what we call the moose, the 8-5. We got 5 players going to this flop. Kara in the box.
And we got a 4, deuce, 10. Right on the flop, a set of 4s for Cheyenne. A flush draw for Mr. Wall.
And nothing for the Chicago hater. $6,000 is the bet. And now a raise.
I think that we had made a mistake there. I think there was a call before Cheyenne.
Good luck. I hope somebody
I
wins.
said 4 for a 4.
Nice.
Not over yet.
Kevin Wall pushing all in now with his flush draw.
You're both on a draw.
He just had 4s and didn't hit anything with it.
You want a draw.
79,000 in the pot.
I'm drawing for blank blank. If anything. I don't care what it is, blank blank. Give me a 2, why not? He said it, my hands are sweating. Where's the food we're talking about?
Oh, a full house.
Have a good
Yep,
one.
that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote for Kevin.
Another pun.
Card.
I'm not trying to do it.
No, I
Sir.
know you're
That
not.
way you didn't have to sweat to do that.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate
were
it.
on a draw.
And we
Yeah, you're
continue to cycle through players coming from the main room. Keep this table full just like we do in our tournaments.
I was inside. I thought he hit the flush and then I thought you hit the
I'll get an overpair. I didn't expect to take Queen Jack of Hearts.
Well, Queen Jack is a great hand.
Yeah, especially he didn't have bad position or anything. I just didn't expect it. I haven't played with him very often, but I thought he had an overpair.
Yeah, he's a good
Green lights
player.
on take yeah. I played with him maybe once or twice.
Switch chairs,
You
then.
should have asked him if he wanted to run it twice.
You're the big, and then you're the small.
I mean, if you were cool, you'd do it.
Call him back in here.
Kevin.
No. That's rude. He's gonna watch this fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kev. Give him a nickname.
No, he's a this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ace Queen now for Scuba Steve.
1,600.
48 money.
Raised to 4,800.
It did, but I was trying to think of a number that was different.
A little more than 2x there from
There were a few
the
of
ace
them.
queen. 4,000. Dale is our latest player coming in to sit into seat 7. Mobley, big stacks in front of him. He's got 123,000. Actually, the bet is 4,800. So he's going to complete. Will gets out of the way with the Motown of spades. So we're going to go heads up. That's a big table, folks. Help Kara out.
It's like just a little walking one.
Nice flop here for Scuba Steve. Mobley picks up a piece of it. Bottom pair. Steve bets out.
Mess around and not be able to get unzipped, you're screwed.
6,000.
He's got chips.
Yeah.
And he's on a heater.
I'm messing around to get
Second king comes aboard. I think that's a good card for Steve. Feeling a little bit better about your queen.
And now the 7 is not going to help Mobley. Steve already has 2 pair.
Check. 75.
Mobley now with now a bet of 7,500 and a fold.
I thought I saw you check.
And a nice pot there for Steve. And I believe now Steve, at this feature table, is our chip leader.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. It was weird. because
Over
we
Mobley?
talked The entire time. I mean, everybody
We
was
were on
talking.
live.
when we were
I-
on the
with
live,
that-
and then everybody
with
just-
that pot, I
Oh,
believe
he
so.
did take it. You're right. Mobley just has a lot of the change then. Because when you look
Yeah.
at Mobley's stack, look at that thing.
Yeah.
It's got towers and towers.
Well, he's the great chip leader,
Yeah.
which are all hundreds.
It's always a good price.
You're right.
Mr. Chuck No thanks. Page now, Queen 8 of diamonds. He's been very quiet here. He's down below the starting stack. He's close to 30,000.
He's going to try to get something going.
Going to try to get something going. He's going to call.
Nobody's doing anything too crazy.
Will coming along. Donald now 9-6 in the big blind. Checks his options, so we're going to go four-handed to the
And then, like,
flop.
why would you ever want to pay somebody when I said just go ahead?
And I was wondering why you wanted somebody to pistol
I
whip
was
you.
only joking, but he's like, somebody will take the payment, and I'm like, you're still trying to pay somebody. You have too much money for your own good, buddy. So give me the money, I'll pistol whip myself. No.
Donald flopping the. Oh, that's a 9-6. Excuse me.
And we got a Jack 7-10 board and another 10 on the turn. Couple of clubs. Three of a kind now for Will. A modest 2,900. He's not trying to be rude. Welcoming.
No, like I said, today he actually,
Donald lets go of his gut shot, as does Paige.
like, I've been at tables where it's,
I guess I needed my mentor out there, and then we got in here. He was like,
every hand's a poker lesson.
he was my mentor, and then we got in here, and he's like, I did something that he told me not to during mentor, and you just dropped.
Chase lets it go. Chase has a definite cadence to the way he plays.
No.
If he thought he took a little time there and maybe he was TV time there, that is not the case. That's one of the things that I think Dom and I picked up from dealing to Chase this morning.
Honestly, I mean,
Very steady. Very steady demeanor.
You played on the stream, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's got a nice mind for poker, too. He does not seem like a player that ever gets tilty.
We are talking about the big dude.
I agree.
Yeah.
Page has the moose suited, 8-5 of diamonds. Right behind him now, Chase has pocket eights.
Coming in.
So there's a call.
Playing a little pot control.
Suited ace here for Cheyenne. And actually, I think Cheyenne and Scuba Steve have very similar stacks here. But no, Donald is the real chip leader here. He's got 180,000 in front of him. And now in the small blind, he's got King 10 of diamonds. And there's been no raise yet.
I almost confused myself after that.
Well, heck yeah, I'm not going to turn down.
Oh, and he makes the call. And, of course, Scuba Steve's going to check his option.
Absolutely.
Get to see a free flop here, more or less, with the queen deuce.
9, queen, 3, and there's queen deuce. Taking the lead right now. 5 ways. Couple of hearts.
2,000.
Just a modest 2,000. Donald might even peel one. He's got backdoor diamonds. He's got a gut shot with an over. Yeah, for 2,000, why not? Donald's at 177K.
Oh, boy,
He's
look
the
at
chip
this.
leader by far at the table. Wow, look at that.
4,200.
Is he the button? Oh, sorry. What's, my bad.
Oh, little out of turn action.
42. Raised to 15,000.
And a see where I'm at bet from Chase with his eights. He's a non-believer that Scuba Steve has a queen.
Not too sure. We had a birthday party to go to, so we were kind of contemplating if we didn't bag today, maybe not play it. I don't know.
And Scuba Steve.
Scuba
Takes it
Steve.
down.
I want to try to get the biggest stack, but-
Sorry about that. It was right in front of your knuckle. I thought you were a button. I wasn't paying attention.
Right now, if I don't make it through, I gotta watch my wife play.
Oh, she made it the first one.
Yes.
So Steve basically was given the welcome mat into the hand, 5-handed, and nobody raised.
She needs to start
Gave him the
taking-
opportunity with a very weak hand, queen deuce. to hit the flop, hit the turn, and then take down a nice sized pot.
16.
A lesson to be learned there.
Didn't I see her on the stream? Didn't she make it to a final table like 2 months ago? Wasn't she like right there?
Toward the end of that $600 one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like 60 players left. Yeah.
Okay.
And Will
Yeah.
making the call with ace king offsuit.
He's been sneaking in with some big hands. Did that with pocket tens. Now ace king. Different playing styles at this table.
Yes, there are, because now we're six-handed going to the flop.
All the kings are out, pretty much. 3 of them. We got a queen 3-7 board.
Check.
Ace king still ahead at the moment.
Ace king in the lead.
Right.
Let's see if Will does something with it.
Face down.
Check around to a free card.
Don't take my
9.
card, but you went
Now, now Mobley hits a pair.
I will check once more.
Check. Check. Check.
Mobley's going to bet that pair.
Is there anybody in front of me to ask?
Just you.
That's okay.
Steve making the call here. He's got a gut shot to the straight. And Cheyenne is going to come along.
Third face.
She's got a gut shot. And the ace could slow things down because it is a diamond as well. And they're going to check this down to showdown.
King high.
Ooh, king high beats my 8 high.
And here comes Mobley with his jack 9.
You got the nuts rolled over there.
And he takes it over.
Nice hand.
Yeah, profits another 13 grand. Mobley up to 126.
Wow, she's gonna put that 6 on the river for me.
Been really impressed with Mobley
Did I know?
since he sat down at this feature table. I like his style.
Eddie does it.
Yeah, it's fine, just not in here.
And we got a dealer change.
Oh, mac and cheese is dealing. Excellent.
Mac and cheese coming in. And we are coming up soon here on our main break, which is the dinner break. That is a 30-minute break. And we will be doing a color-up of the grays.
Yes, sir.
At the end of that 30-minute break will be the end of registration for this flight 1B, day 1B.
That is a big fish.
Can you kick it? You don't have to make it.
Will, suited ace 4.
60.
Yeah. Or tuna. I think they use those for tuna too. If you watch what Wicked Tuna.
Two nuts are that big, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're like 300 to like 1,200 pounds.
Here we go, 4 players. Flop is 6-7-3, 2 spades. And open-ended here for Mr. Chuck. He's in the small blind under the gun, and he's going to go ahead and bet that straight draw.
Yeah, there's-
Chris coming to the
yellow
table.
fin, the blue fins are big, real big.
He's got a gut shot
22.
and a runner-under diamond draw.
Bring them in there and create the big-
And Will has a spade draw.
And they're just beautiful fish.
And he makes the call.
I've never.
And now we're going to go three-handed to the turn.
Actually, I may
They
need,
harpoon most.
I may need some grace, actually.
Yeah, even on the Wicked Tuna show, they do harpoon some of them off the front of the boats, but they usually fish more.
Where can you catch tuna at? Is it just an Eddie?
It's always East Coast.
Get the pot right here.
It's like one of the most expensive fish that they sell.
Oh, Will.
Will looking for a spade. Mr. Chuck looking for a straight. And the board pairs.
35.
Mr. Chuck is going to keep on the pressure here. Bet 3,500.
No,
All
well, I
that
mean, the
meat?
price for the meat is high per pound.
Mm.
Yeah, it's for sushi and stuff.
Yeah,
The big ones on the East Coast, and stuff. The West Coast has smaller ones.
yeah,
West Coast, Hawaii, and Japan are all the small ones.
yeah.
Let's go.
They fight great. So
And let's see if Will wants to see another card.
I've caught like
I'd
bonita
imagine so,
And he does.
They fight better than most fish.
especially for 3.5. And there's an ace.
There's an ace.
Oh, if you're not going to hit, you're flush.
Yep, he catches up here. Mr. Chuck, not too happy. Go to showdown. Will is happy. Going to take down 20,000
Biggest fear is fish.
and improve his stack.
Mine is turtle.
Don't know why.
Our next live stream is going to be on Sunday. We've got our day 2 beginning at 1 o'clock.
And she had a frog tattooed on her.
Probably be going live sometime around 4 or 5 o'clock with a feature table for that day 2. And then we will be here until we crown a champion. That champion looking at a minimum payout of $50,000 guaranteed for first place.
I think it was back when I was a kid. We had a big snapping turtle laying eggs in the back of the.
And so far, there are 14 people going on to day 2 as a result of this morning's action. 140 players.
Snapping turtle. And it, I mean, I almost
And I
broke
think
my
we're going to
foot.
get to 170 tonight, maybe 180. And it's the 10% of the field moves on.
Got a damn turtle.
Yeah, and it was a turtle. It was huge.
Yeah.
Chase pocket sixes now. Continues to get these pairs. Mobley 9-8 of hearts.
It's the scales. I can't go fishing. I don't like the way they flop around. I don't wanna
And
fight
Mobley
around.
is going to raise this up
They still flop
and make
around.
it 6,600.
I mean, they might have scales, but they're smooth scales.
Now back over to Scuba Steve.
And I think the body moves like
The
that.
same hand as Mr. Chuck. He's got Queen 10, but he lets it go.
That and he puts the
6,600
card
here to
in.
Mr. Chuck if he wants to get in this hand. Quick fold there. Page, 3 deuce.
We went.
And Chase is going to come along with the pocket sixes, so we're going to go heads up action to this flop.
A classic battle.
11,000 in the pot.
Sixes versus 9-8 suited.
So all the sharks kind
And
of
we
start
got
coming
a
up from the bottom, and then
8-7
they're just
ace
swimming.
board,
You
couple
kinda
of
push
clubs.
them away, and it's kind of cool.
Mobley with the lead.
I mean, as long as you're not freaking out and kicking wildly and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I
Mobley
heard.
continuation bet here.
And that's why
He's
you
got
guys
the
have
best hand,
He's on a heater, Vic.
and he is on a heater. And a
diving
quick
shoes
lay down
on
there
that
from
everything
Chase.
looks like fins or whatever, right?
Those pins?
They look like something, that's why you guys don't get 8. Like, I don't know.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
heard.
think so. I think you got to be careful what colors of fins you wear and things, because some will attract the sharks and make them want to attack the guys.
I don't know the person ever who went scuba diving. I just heard that. I just thought that it was.
Yeah, I've been scuba diving quite a few times as well.
You're
but
under the gun.
I've never,
I didn't know.
never had any problems with sharks. They're pretty. Alligators are the weird ones too, but they kind of leave you alone also. They're curious, but if they see that you're bigger than they are, they don't mess with anybody.
5,000.
All right, looks like after this hand, we're going to be on a 30-minute dinner break, everybody.
5,000.
Cheyenne raises up to 5K with the ace-jack suited. Mr. Chuck, Queen 10 of hearts. 13K in the middle. 13.2.
Here we go. Heads up.
And we have a 10 King 7 board. Mr. Chuck flopping the best of it.
4,000.
He gets a check from Cheyenne.
She
A bet
calls.
and a quick call here from Cheyenne.
5 of hearts.
Check. 5,000.
He's going to keep getting value on every street here. Attempt to.
Good job not chasing there.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on a 30-minute break. This is a dinner break. We will be coming back. We'll probably be going for at least 2 to 3 hours after that break. A couple hours anyway.
Yeah, probably at least through till the next break following that.
Yeah.
I'm expecting. So probably another 4 levels.
And
after.
it does look like there's 181 entries, so we're going to be probably doing 18. Am I reading that right? Or is that 161?
Well, we're not sure yet because
We're not
players
sure.
can still get
This
in
is
during this
15 minute
break.
delay.
So
Yep.
if it right now we have 16 vouchers, but
Yeah.
at the same time it could go up to 17 if we get 4 more entries during break coming.
Yep. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Please come back and join us for some more poker action. 3-year anniversary main event day 1B. See you soon.
Yep.
Before we call the river, they've already folded their hands. Yeah. Okay, we are back with less than a minute before the action starts. This is 3-year anniversary main event day 1B here. $250,000 prize pool guarantee, $50,000 first place guarantee. There are still 4 more flights coming, 2 tomorrow, 2 on Saturday. $260 buy-in, $40,000 starting stack, and 20-minute levels. The top 10% from each flight advance. This morning we had 14 players move on to day 2. This evening for 1B, we will have 16 players move on to day 2. Everyone who advanced will receive $400 at the conclusion of their flight and a $1,000 double bag bonus. We also added one more tournament to this 11 days of our 3rd-year anniversary series, and that is going to be on Sunday. That is a $100 buy-in tournament. That is a monster stack tournament starting with 80,000. So that will start at 4 o'clock. Our next live stream will be on Sunday for day 2. We will have a feature table culminating in a final table and culminating in having a winner here.
Yeah, bonus time,
So-
bonus tournaments.
Yeah.
Just flicker them in everywhere we can. I like it.
And tonight we're going to be going till about midnight. This is just a feature table for the day 1B. We wanted to give everybody a taste of what was going on here at the reserve with our 250K tournament. And Dom, like you said, 1 minute we've got action galore, and
Right.
the next minute everybody's getting 8-3 offsuit.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting feature table, but it's also been good to watch how some of these players approach prior to the big break.
Right.
How they play these stacks. This is going to be different playing now because all of the re-entries are done for this flight.
Well, I even talked with Warlock Wesley on break, and he was even saying, I was cracking people with 8-4 suited and playing all these hands, getting some people angry with me, but I was bringing in the chips, and he said, now it's time to switch gears. And in tournaments, you have these tiers
Yeah.
that you can play, and now is the time where you want to switch gears, get back to playing a little bit more, I guess, tight aggressive. When you get in the hands, play aggressive, but maybe take down your VPIP, as we see on our cash games.
Right.
Maybe dial it down if you're at 40%, put it back at like 27%, because eventually, unless you're getting a heater, of course, and then play that one. We've seen 2 heaters from 2 different players on this live stream today, especially. Also, going back to what you were saying about the hot and cold,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how the cards come out opening after this break. If the players are they in a food coma? And I'm not even being sarcastic
No,
with that.
right.
Everyone got their food, you're slamming it down. You have about 15 minutes once you get your food, because a lot of people go and get something real quick. And I'm going to see who's going to be active early on, taking advantage of that, because average from even dealing here, Vic, you see about 4 players kind of in that like, I'm not ready to play yet phase.
Yeah.
So here we go. It is 10-6, 8-6 on the board. We got pocket 5s in the lead with 2 pair. Mobley, who was one of the 2 players who had a nice rush, he came to the table late from our live stream.
Right.
Didn't start out the feature table, sat down, and had about 30 minutes where he was not only winning big pots, hitting hands, but he was on the button. Everyone checked to him on a nice sized pot, and he had 7 high and had a nice continuation bet, took it down, so he's putting a couple bluffs. He's hit some flops. He's mixing it up. And he's going to take down another pot. The streak continues for Mobley.
And the other thing to consider is with the 160-plus players that we had their entries today, we are now down, I believe, to 88. The starting stack is 40,000 with an add-on of 10,000 for $20. And then there's no add-on at the break. So if you've got someone that is at that $40,000 or $50,000 level, really with the blinds at 1,000, 2,000, if you've got 40,000, you're still with 20 big blinds. You
Right.
really don't have to get desperate, but you do see some desperation moves in the first moments of level 9.
No, as they say, this is when the real poker begins. You can't re-enter. We have a raise up to 5K. First to act for Mobley with the Nemesis King Jack. Scuba Steve's going to come along with 7-6 suited and hearts. Chris now, new to the table, pocket threes. And he's going to come along trying to hit a set. That's definitely a nice call there. Nice position with the low pair. That gives me the sign that he's trying to double up soon.
And that, that certainly could have been a desperation push pre-flop, but I like the patience here when he is above 20 big blinds.
And we have a queen, 9, ace board right now. Pocket threes have the best made hand. Mobley, though, as a gut shot to Broadway, a few overs. He's going to bet 8K, take it down. Nice pop, Mobley.
Yeah,
So,
and now 170,000 there for Mobley.
we saw the chip leaders earlier. Tyler actually just put them up a moment ago, and there was really 3 players that kind of distinguished themselves away from everyone else.
Yes.
And now
At least at this feature table.
at this feature table.
Right.
And it's going to be curious going forward on who's going to get in that upper echelon of players. Looks like we got a new hand, new opportunity. Page really has been pretty quiet since he's came here. Curious to see if he makes a move. Talked with Todd too a little bit at break. He was feeling really good. Honestly, he's in a pretty calm place. He said, I'm completely happy with how things have been going so far. My stack, there's been a couple hands that have gone my way, but I'm not too frustrated with it. When I hear that, I always like to call it the 3 C's, calm, cool, and collective. And if you want to add in chips, so the 4 C's, you're calm, cool, and collective, and you have chips. The four there, that's what you really want to look for. But that's what we were talking about right there.
Yeah.
We got Donald, Mobley, and Scuba Steve. And you could throw Mr. Chuck in there now. He got over 100K. But those 4, once you get that 100K mark, it really puts you. Actually, Cheyenne isn't too far from there. So really, half the table is sitting pretty comfortably right now. Like I said, Paige and Chris, those 2 probably have to make a move pretty soon. But it's not complete panic time, even for Paige. He still has over 20 bigs left. You don't have to hit the panic button yet, but obviously in the next half an hour, 45 minutes, you'd like to get it in there and see what happens. Ace 5 for Scuba Steve. He's going to call. Page now with Queen Jack. Couple of smooth calls now, Vic. Cheyenne's playing good poker right now.
And she's going to raise this up, make it 11,000. She's in position. She takes advantage of that position by raising it up and sensing that people are just limping in.
She represents her table image so well. And right now she's going to make a weak ace look so much stronger than what it is. Painting a picture, and she takes it down pre-flop. Nice hand. Taking advantage of position at key
Vic
moments.
was giving me a hard time for hating on Chicago during the break.
Yeah.
By the way, do you notice Kiwi Colleen changed her YouTube profile picture to the Nemesis hoodie?
Oh, I love it.
I love
Way
it,
to
Kiwi.
go. Thank you. I did not notice that.
Yep.
That is terrific.
Love it, Kiwi.
Oh, that was Tim. Oh, wait, no. it's
We're up to
Tim.
62 likes too. Thanks everyone who smashed that like button. We always have a goal of 100. So if you just tune in, smash that thumbs up. It helps us basically get out there with YouTube, the algorithm and the searches and whatnot.
And the other side back.
Garrett is playing in this flight. He won the bounty tournament last night, and I got to talk to him on the break, and he mentioned that yesterday he just couldn't do anything wrong. He said he could have closed his eyes and won the tournament because everything was just coming his way. And now he's down around 30,000 after the dinner break for this. He says it's just such a seesaw up and down in this game.
It's amazing on nights like that, and when you're a poker player, you can even admit it to yourself, like, wow, poker was easy tonight. I just had the run good.
And Chuck makes it look easy there with a raised pre-flop with ace-queen and no
Vic.
callers who's going to take down the blinds.
Vic, don't be disrespectful. It's Mr. Chuck.
It's Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Chuck.
And there's the main lobby. We've closed some tables, as you can see. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Like that pan.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What a great shot of our room.
Yeah, great shot, Tyler.
3 years ago, just before we opened, as I mentioned last week, this entire room smelled like paint drying and sawdust, and we were scrambling to get the doors open, and here we are 3 years later.
I have one complaint about that camera view.
Yes?
I gotta admit, I think Wizard should have put it on the other side because of the artwork.
Oh, that's true.
Guys, you can only see the Scotty win.
Yeah.
What Marissa and Jim did to that wall, it's like a Hall of Fame wall.
Yes.
And you have Phil Hellmuth, Daniel Negreanu, Johnny Chang, right? Or
Johnny Chan,
yeah, Johnny Chan. And then you got the Prince of Poker's just at the end of it. And I wish we could pan out and see that whole mural that we have there. It is one of a kind in the United States, folks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a poker room anywhere.
Beautiful
that
artwork.
has,
Just beautiful.
That type of artwork of poker legends.
So Chris is going to raise this up, and he's going to get 2 callers. Scuba Steve now with King 4 of Hearts, Mr. Chuck with Jack 10 of Spades, 3-handed going to the flop.
Yeah, and now just under 30K in the pot on a 3-5-3 board. Flush draw for Mr. Chuck. He's going to bet 6,500. Not getting too crazy. Enough to possibly get some folds, but if not, try to build it up so if you hit. These are the hands you got to make to go far in tournaments, Vic, don't you think?
Yes. Well, and Chris here is going to make this call. I was going to make the point here about Chris. We see him primarily come to our very big tournaments, and he is a very patient player. That 8 is no help, but I think Mr. Chuck is going to continue to keep the pressure on and make it 13,000, and still nothing here for Chris to really hang his hat on. I like this bet from Mr. Chuck. Bet the flop, now bets the turn, and that aggression pays off, and he's going to take that down.
Tony Paco, I think that is a troll right there. Not even going to go there. Nice try, Tony. Speaking of Tony Paco, I got to score some chicken papakosh at the break. Haven't had that in a while. That hit the spot from Tony Paco's.
The Tony Paco's.
Yeah, the Tony Paco's, the restaurant. Man, that was good.
Where'd you pick that up?
Marissa hooked me up. I think it was a good chair. I think I ran and got her lobster bisque and some cheese things. Well, she just wanted the cheese. then there was lobster bisque there, so I think she was doing me a solid since I picked up her food today for her. Got myself some fruit and whatnot.
Yes.
Dale is going to call Ace-2 of Hearts. Back over to Donald, who really ran well when we first opened this room up, but hasn't had much lately. In the small blind now, he's going to complete. Scuba Steve's going to check his option, so we're going to go 4-handed. This is really the best 2 cards Paige has seen for about an hour. Let's see if he can hit with this. Otherwise, here comes the flop.
And we got a Jack 9-4 board rainbow flop here. Right now, ace high in the lead still, Vic. With 4 players in the hand, how often do you see that?
Dale betting his position, 5K. Gut shot here for Paige, and he's going to make the call.
And he hits.
Oh, and Paige hits.
Oh, Paige, you don't need to bet anything.
Well, he bet 5,000. And a quick fold there from Dale.
There's no flush out there.
Nice man, well played.
It's a safe board, Paige. Check it back to him. If you're low stack, he bets, you go over the top. But still, nice hand, Paige.
Nope, that's good.
Chris 10-6 suited. Paige the 3-6 mafia.
Quick folds.
Yeah, King 4 no good for Chase.
Cheyenne.
Pocket jacks for Cheyenne.
Raise. 11,000.
She's on a mission tonight, folks. She's playing good poker, good poise at the table. Ace Queen suited for Scuba Steve. Claims since he has one chip in there, he's committed.
People ask me
Fair
why I
enough.
did 66 times to beat.
Mr. Chuck stays out of harm's way.
Heads up, ace 10.
Heads up.
Good luck to me.
It
Thank
can't
you.
always be deuce 4 offsuit.
Here's a race.
Sometimes they gotta give me something else.
9, 5, 6 on the flop. What an action flop here.
It's a great flop for jacks, but it's also a very good flop for Steve. He's going to bet 6,000. It's a classic Scuba Steve bet.
That's why I didn't give it to everybody
And
else.
is that a smooth call or did she raise?
I
Are those
believe she
purples?
raised that up.
And then there's a call.
Yeah, looks like just a smooth call. Deuce, great card for Cheyenne. Steve not giving up. Just actually right now he's just trying to control the betting.
He is trying to control the betting and actually doing a pretty good job of it.
You're trying to block my bet.
Oh, she's calling him out.
She's calling him out. She knows what he's
I
doing.
read this chapter.
Did you?
She knows what he's doing.
I fell asleep, so I don't know what to do. We're just gonna smooth call you one time, just cause
That's what I
my
would
butt's covered.
Check or bet, Steve.
And a jack top set.
I call.
do. You're good.
You guys set the jacks.
Well, she got max value by playing it
She
like
did.
that.
She absolutely did. I think if she raises that, I don't. Steve pretty much folds, but
I still would have liked to see a raise. So actually, I don't know if it's. I think she got the most still, Vic.
yeah.
But there was only 8-7 out there for the straight. There was no flush. At least give it a whirl. Maybe she wanted to make sure she saw his hand. Maybe some information. Some players
I
do
don't know.
that.
I think she. I think she tightened up a little bit here when Steve started making those bets.
Yeah.
Instead of at least seeing where she's at with a raise, I would say on the turn would have been a good spot for her to make that raise. He bet 6,000. Take it to 26,000.
I don't get.
No, I'm,
Fair enough.
I was just picking, I'm sorry. I'm so bad.
I don't get.
I just
too,
know you can, you're okay.
I don't get too attached. You know.
I knew what you were doing when you did it, but that's why I was like, I have to smooth call here because
Yeah.
you're so iffy that I'm like, eh.
Blinds at 1,000, 2,000, 1,000.
Yeah. It's either the
Day
nuts or you
1B.
are- yeah, yeah.
Feature table. We're down to 80 players, 160 total plus. So we're playing down to the top 16 players tonight.
That's fine.
14 players moved on to day 2 from day 1A.
65 now.
Mobley now,
500.
after Chase just calls with the ace king. And did Chase do that on purpose so that he could
Give me credit for knowing that you were blocking my
Either have
bet.
to find the Steve that's being serious.
I knew what was going on as soon as you
or-
did it.
push here? Let's see.
Yeah.
You take like 45 minutes to act every time. You got to speed up. You've already got
Think
chips.
that, right? People
Huh?
think that.
Just a smooth call.
I wait for my action or whatever.
17K in the pot.
Heads up.
Another spot I think I would have liked to seen a raise, but here we go, and he hits well with the ace king.
Yeah, 7 deuce king.
He's going to let Mobley bet it.
Watch this. I bet she puts another club on.
65.
Mobley has shown that he does continuation bets.
And he does right there. Takes the bait.
Damn vape pen. Damn vape pen. It's like that e-salt, the liquid. and-
Chase right now, probably wondering if he should just smooth call, and that's it looks like he's gonna slow play it. I don't blame him at this point. You gotta have some of your hands hold, and he's gonna check again. Yeah, if you're gonna smooth call, you might as well check again.
Yeah.
It is.
I was gonna say that I was pretty sure that's a good thing. I quit smoking cigarettes to smoke the vape. And
He's got a good amount of chips in that pot, with just his opponent having jack high the way he's playing it. But Mobley now turned a flush draw.
What? Vape?
And a gut shot straight draw.
All of it's
Yeah.
And there's the raise. Now
But
20,000.
It's worse than the cigarette. I smoked cigarettes for a long time. Like, I mean, I'm only 25, 26, but I smoked cigarettes since I was like 16. So, I mean, it was a little.
8
close.
outs now for Mobley.
Wow, interesting turn card here.
They know me.
We got a sweat.
But.
And a
basically,
4, there's a
it's
blank.
Stupid. My dad got cancer and I'm still smoking. He beat it.
Chase has to bet here if he wants to get some more money in the pot.
I think the only way he will, though, I mean, I think he is going to bet Vic, definitely with the amount in there. You're thinking he's pot committed, but that's
No,
the
he's
only
going to
way.
check it.
That's the only way he's going to get money is if he checks.
I'm here
Right.
for it, all right. It's a little bit more
His,
cheaper
his
than-
opponent has squadouche.
You just like the baby to die.
Yeah. Well, the bad thing is I quit smoking cigarettes when my dad had his party
17,000
2 years ago.
All in.
and an all-in.
So,
Good call, Dominic.
22.5.
This is a max value play right here.
Yeah.
You literally almost doubled up, and your opponent has had jack high, didn't have any draw on the flop, turned some outs, and then he checks it again. 3 times he checked it over with 1 re-raise.
Yeah,
On
well-
the turn when he got value out of the draw. That right now is the max value moment of the night. Well played, sir.
Big blind.
Like I said, I like his game, Vic.
No watch, no phone, don't make it so you
Well, you're not. That would be awkward.
it would be awkward.
2,000.
Will now with ace king, and he's mixed it up today. I gotta believe if you cannot see his cards, it's, and from what we've seen, how he's played ace king, pocket tens, a few other hands. He doesn't really have a set betting habit on his hand strength.
And he's going to get 3 callers here.
3 players.
Yeah, 21K in the pot.
I'm sorry, 2 callers. There's 3 players going to the flop.
Check or back? Check. 5,000. Call 5,000. Oh,
Page gets out of the way over the chase.
check or back? Check.
Chase still with the best of it. So they go check, check. Here's a free card.
Oh, Broadway.
Broadway now for Will.
And 2 pair for Chase. With the Jack 7. That could be a dangerous card.
Trying to get away from me now. I'm chasing your head down all day.
15,000.
And Chase leads out, thinking that Jack was a good one. It was the worst.
35,000.
Raises it up to 35.
You got my tens correct twice by the same guy with queen 9.
Like the same hand both times.
Yeah, tens and he had queen 9.
Show
And
me
he
your
makes the
card.
call.
Makes the call.
Will's going to get the goods. Profit 59K. Nice hand, Will.
Will now 124,000 in front of him. Blinds at 1,000, 2,000, and 1,000.
But it's good. All right, everyone.
And we're going to have a dealer change here.
Your next dealer.
Want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Just a little taste of the poker action here at the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. $250,000 prize pool guarantee. Spring Series main event. Day 1B. 4 more flights after tonight to make it to day 2. We had 14 players from this morning. 16 players will advance from day 1B. We're going to be going until about midnight tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. Got some of our loyal followers here tonight, as well as a couple of folks chiming in because they've got some friends or family on the live stream. Blinds at 1, 2, and 1, and that chime in the back means that the next hand the blinds will be going up. Dale, Queen 10 of clubs. Below a starting stack, right at 39,000. And he's going to raise this up, make it 4,500. Quick call there from Mobley with Queen Jack. Pocket 8s now for Will, who just took that last pot down.
And he's getting a little rush of cards here. Ace King now 8s.
Been pretty quiet here for Donald. Scuba Steve coming along with K9. Couple disappointing hands here for Paige and Chris as they get out of the way. But we got a pot of brewing here. We got 5-handed going, 4-handed going to the flop.
22K in the middle on a deuce 7 jack board. Couple of hearts. Top pair for Mobley. Gonna try to reclaim his dominance. Casual 4,500.
Will isn't going to chase anything here with his pocket 8s. Gets out of the way, as does Steve. And nice aggression there from Mobley. Building his stack back up again. Yeah, Anthony Halt, we had decided that our big tournaments would be 9-handed, and then made a shift in that decision for the Spring Series. We are 10-handed for all of our Spring Series tournaments, including this main event. Big Texas, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Big Texas in the house. Welcome back, sir. Scuba Steve out of the way. Mr. Chuck says no. Folds also.
Chris lets the Jack 10 go. Cheyenne in the big blind, waking up with pocket aces. She's going to raise this up to 15,000.
15 to go.
Mobley has shown that he likes to be in these pots. The bigger the better. But not this time. Lets that suited queen go, and Cheyenne utilizing also her table image there, although she didn't need to with the aces, but I don't blame Mobley. She's been playing bigger cards.
I haven't been on there in a while. WSOP and Chris Lee.
And DFG joining us tonight.
We'll call you on BetMGM. I probably put in the most hours on stars.
I used to.
What did they ban you for?
Blinds now at 1,500, 3,000, and a $1,500 ante.
And watch, Vic, when we get up to 510, you're going to start seeing fireworks.
Yeah.
30K package to the Bahamas.
Oh, shit.
We're at 1.6.
Still a little bit of ways away from 510, but it'll come sooner than you think. Ace King suited in clubs for Scuba Steve. This is when he's so dangerous, when he's got a table image that get action. He can get paid off. See if anyone comes along. Chase gets rid of it. Ace 5 now for Dale. In the big.
Needs Needs 5,000 here to complete
Still win like 30K.
on the big blind.
Right, but it's over $100,000 swing if I win the hand.
Yeah, right.
And
Plus
one of
the
those.
package.
Shows the ace of clubs and shows the king of clubs.
5K on.
My clubs weren't coming.
You know
We
the
lost
story
the
after
jacks
that.
on the
It's
river.
just cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Cooler.
Oh,
bill.
yeah.
The 5K just goes.
That's
dust.
exactly when I banned myself for a little while too.
Yeah, I banned myself for a year. I get sick of that waiting.
Right.
Open one up in my girl's name.
Nice.
Play the Sunday 200. Just whack it. And they immediately
We are the reserve here in Toledo,
I cashed out.
and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that here a Toledo Rocket football player now going in round 1 to the Eagles, picked number 22, Quinion Mitchell, sorry about that. Cornerback, got to see him. I went to a few of the games this year. He is a dynamic player. Congratulations to that young man.
So close to follow the Lions, Vic. That would have been perfect. We were at 29. He went 22. I thought maybe with all those quarterbacks going, there's a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
Ours has the best security.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
All in.
Good luck.
And here's Dale.
He now has the ace king of clubs, and he's going to push all in.
Will has 9-8 suited in clubs.
Unfortunately for Will, it's also clubs. Chris now ace 10.
Yeah, he's in rough shape. Dale won't put all his chips at risk, but
Nope.
he definitely wants to win this one. He's low stack also.
Danielson getting the pot right
Good luck, all.
and giving us a great view. Ace 10 versus ace king. Here comes the flop.
And we got a 4-5-5 board, and that's a good flop for ace 10. And there it is,
Oh,
the chop. I was
now
going to
the
say,
chop.
he had some chop outs there, and he hit.
He hit.
So ace 10 survives. 2 pair with the ace kicker.
Best I can do.
Never believe what I had.
5-4,
Exactly.
Still has his life.
since you asked the question.
Exactly. On the flop, I'm like, well, damn. And then on the turn, I'm like, holy shit.
Literally 3 times I think that happened to me yesterday. Having somebody dead and just pair quick.
I don't know what I had. I wasn't recalling.
I think it was the same hand I had 4-5. I could be off even. I folded it.
Forget my fold as fast as I could possibly.
Could have been a hand before because I've had so many bad hands.
I remember them sometimes.
Quinion Mitchell, I'm reading an article here, becomes the first Toledo Rocket since 1993 to be selected in the first round of the draft.
I'm not sure this thing.
He's a stud, Vic.
Yeah, he is.
Pocket kings for Donald, thinking of, and talking about studs.
Yeah,
2 of them in the same hand. The Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
Oh.
And he smooth calls. First to act. Hoping somebody raises.
It's not going to be Chris, and it's not going to be Paige. Back over to Cheyenne. She's got
Queens
King
for
10.
Dale.
And now Dale. All in moment.
I think this is the proper play with queens.
I
You'd
mean,
push.
he just went all in with ace king of clubs.
Raise. All
He's
five.
going to raise it.
Yeah, well, I think Donald's going to look at his chip stack and just put them all in to try to isolate here. He might even shove. He wouldn't risk too much of a stack this way, and it's still be a nice sized pot. But yeah, he wants to probably get Cheyenne and Scuba Steve out, especially with those ace magnets. You don't want that ace 3 to sneak in there. And he's going to bump it up to 45K.
And Buck, I believe we're down to around 70 players for this day 1B.
And here it is.
There it is. There's the all-in moment here for Dale with the queens. going up against Donald with pocket kings.
Got an 81.5K pot brewing here. This is a big one, folks.
I had ace suited diamonds.
Donald's going to try to go above 200K. Dale would definitely be back in it if you could get up to just under 82.
I probably would have
Needs a little help here. Ladies versus the Cowboys. And a lady right in the window. Queen 7-3. Clubs, but no one has them. And wow, top set.
Dale had just about made his exit there, turning the chair back around,
I felt I was
and
over
he
there
has new life now.
Yeah,
like, you know they got the-
right in the window too. The bearded traveler called it on the message board. Even said queen coming.
small, big.
You know, DFG's asking us who's the rocket that got picked in '93. Does he know we're running the show right now? Isn't he at home and he can easily go on Google?
Well,
Unbelievable.
I know. So I'm doing it for him because I know he's a busy man. He's
Yeah.
always giving excuses about not playing poker because he has to work.
Yeah, he's not sitting watching the live stream while Vic's trying to call the action or anything.
Dan Williams was 1993 NFL draft number 60. And if you ask me what position
And then he
played,
spoiled it.
then
He
I'm-
went up to you. He put it in before you said it.
Oh, jeez.
Unbelievable.
Man.
DFG better watch out for the next Friday day tournament.
I don't know.
Vic
We
might be
always-
coming with a vengeance.
We always deal him winners. I don't know why he treats us like this.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Will now with Queen Jack. We've got 3 limpers. He's in the small blind. He's going to complete, and Donald's going to check his options, so we're going to go 5-handed to the flop.
4, 8, 6, couple of clubs. 2 pair for Donald.
10,000.
Riding the wave. Unfortunately for him, no one got a piece of this. Oh, I know. I saw DFG on there. I'm going to blind raise him next time I play against him in a tournament for that one. He's starting to act like his son, Tim.
So after losing that last hand with kings, Donald takes pot down with small 2 pair. I think he would have rather had that last pot. But he's got to start somewhere, rebuilding the stack. That he took quite a hit in that one.
I will say this. I didn't know that trivia answer, Brother Rocket, but if you wanted me to say blind, I would think it would have been a skilled position, either a wide receiver or a quarterback.
Yeah, good point.
Normally D tackles, you know, I've talked with MAC coaches, and they say, you know, we have skilled players, but the difference is just the Big Ten, you know, they're 6'7" and ours are 6'3".
Yeah.
That's what they say, but the skill level's the same, but they're just bigger.
Yeah.
And when I saw defensive tackle, that was a little surprising.
Dale now, who hit on those queens, he's picking up ace-king, and he's going to raise it up 12,500 with the blinds at 1,500, 3,000, and a $1,500 ante. Mobley gets out of the way, as does Will. Back over to Donald with the moose. He lets the 1,500 small blind go. Scuba Steve is not going to call. Chase limped in.
You got to punish the limpers, as they say.
And Cheyenne limped in. Yeah, that's right. So,
Vic, I know we can't do it today, but next time we have a big tournament, when even at a final table, if we can keep track of how much money, and I say money as in chip amounts in tournament though, but just gets forfeited from limpers when the blinds get bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, don't get me wrong, in the first 2 phases of the tournament, like before the first and second break, if you limp in, I get it. But man, when we're playing these big tournaments, there's sometimes you'll see the same player almost throw away an eighth of their stack
Yes.
in like an hour and a half time frame without even seeing a flop.
Yeah, I see that very often as well, Dom.
And it's not everyone, but you notice one or two at the table, Vic. You're just like, don't stop doing that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Right, right.
Just leave a 5 in there and you're good. Anybody?
No, thank you.
10.
Folds all the way around to the button. Donald's going to raise this up now with a 5-4 clubs. Right into Mr. Chuck's pocket sevens, who's going to make the call. Back over to Chase. He also, again, limped and folded.
Interesting combo here. Sevens versus 5-4 suited. This is a matchup we haven't seen in quite some time. And we have a 9-3 deuce board. And if you have 5-4, can't be too sad about an open ender.
No, you can't at all. Although a nice flop there for sevens.
Yeah. If you're going to have an over, you want it to be an 8 or a 9.
He's going to come out and bet 8,000.
Not getting too greedy. That's not a bad price for Donald. Semi-bluffing shoes?
28.
I like this.
I think I figured out the nose cramping. My legs were cramped and then I was like, rubbing anything. So I probably was making some good pieces.
Both these gentlemen with pretty identical stacks at this point.
Like my if I had.
Yeah, and nice semi-bluff from Donald. He's going to profit 22.5K. That's poker folks right there, 101. Ring it up.
It's a endurance test. Tournaments are an endurance test.
Big Texas even saying if I'm putting money in the middle, I'm raising it. Yeah, guys. Unless your table is super aggressive, and I still don't like the risk of it going around and no one raises. You know, like we saw just a few hands ago where Pocket Kings limped in first to act, and he got what he wanted, and he got a raise, and we saw what happened. Now, granted, Queens sucked out, but at the same time, you got all the money in the middle eventually,
Yeah, exactly. But
and you were a heavy favorite.
I think it was only 100 times. I usually remember every
Page now, Jack 10.
Lets it go. Fold all the way around now to Dale with pocket eights. Kind of been a hand for us tonight.
Yeah, we've seen him pop up now.
Garrett. 75.
7,500 is the race. Donald with King Queen.
But now I could be lazy and just lay in
His stack is now back up 170,000. That's about where he was when we came back from the dinner break.
Oh.
He makes the call. Scuba Steve, a suited king.
Man, an ace-queen suited for Mr. Chuck.
Little diamonds there for Chris, but he lets it go, and we're going to go four-handed to this flop.
We got a 5 queen 10 board.
Check. Check.
Big hand alert, folks. 2 players flopping top pair, Donald and Mr. Chuck. They both have a lot of chips in front of them. No slow play here with the straight and flush draw out there from Donald. Getting after it.
Raise.
There's the raise, the check raise from Mr. Chuck. The pocket eights get out of the way. And now it is 46,000. 28,000 for Donald to make this call. If he makes the call, he's got 2-1 chip stack over Mr. Chuck,
Raise,
and he is going to re-raise this
98.
and make it 98,000. And Mr. Chuck says, "Okay, I'll go all in."
All right, just got word too that my Lions traded up for a stud cornerback. I like it. And look at this hand right here. All the chips going. 239K in the pot.
It ain't over yet. Please don't jinx me.
It ain't over yet. That's right, Donald.
I already got sucked out on earlier, bad.
Donald looking for a king, and we know that there's 2 left. No help there.
No, king and a king only. And the 8 comes, and Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Chuck
Winning a big one.
now becomes the chip leader here at this feature table. I'll do a quick run out here shortly because I know the next question is how many tables are we down to. My guess would be that we're down to 7 or 6 tables at this point.
I'll say 6 just because it seems like right after registration, the low stacks try to make moves and we almost go on rapid. You always hear seat open. The funny part is, look at this final feature table. Haven't seen much. Not a lot of movement. But we just saw a big hand here between the 2 of the bigger stacks, but the low stacks have survived.
Fold. You know if that's legal guide to cover every time? He did it.
I'm going to talk about that
8,500.
that conversation that's going on here in a second. In the meantime, Mobley, ace 10, with the blinds at 1,500 and 3,000, raises it up to 8,500. Scuba Steve has an ace, but it's a weak one. And the 7s again for Mr. Chuck. He had this couple hands ago. And just not much coming to Chris and Paige at this point. But there's one of those 7s.
Push that forward.
So we're going to go heads up. Mr. Chuck now at 231,000. And a 7. The case 7 comes on the flop. Continuation bet here from Mobley. He's going to bet 10,000.
Man, Mr. Chuck's on a heater.
Call.
And he's just going to smooth call this.
Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. A little bit of a scare card. Flush
That is a
gets
scare
there.
card because, yep.
I don't think he's putting him on a made flush right now, but maybe a draw. You might see a little raise here. Oh, whatever, yeah, whatever was in there first. Yep.
Yep. Raise the 26.
Yeah, once it crossed the betting line.
You had just enough chips there for a raise, and so it becomes a min raise. And Mr. Mobley is going to fold to Mr. Chuck, who continues now on a roll, 275,000. So I am of the same mindset. If I'm coming in, I'm coming in with a raise. And I got off of my game the other night. I played Monday night in the tournament. The blinds were only 300 and 600. I was first to act. I looked down at pocket queens, and yes, I was at an aggressive table. So I limped in, and 4 people called, and nobody raised. And there I am sitting with the queens, 5-handed, and one of the guys that comes in, of course, is the hammer. And he came in with King 5. I let him in the hand with King 5. He was the person to act after me. And he winds up taking the hand down, and I only had myself to blame.
And I like what DFG said on here. You're pretty much playing your hand face up when you do that.
Yeah.
You know you have a big pair. That's why I'm not a huge fan of limping with really anything. Unless literally you have a small pair, I guess, and the blinds aren't too big at the time of the tournament. You're just trying to flop a set or play a little pot control. Maybe if you have 6s or lower, that's about it. But you're prepared to call a raise.
Scuba Steve now makes a raise in position and takes down the blinds. But I was not happy with myself, and here's why. Because I had a game plan, or I sit down with a game plan of how I'm going to approach things, and I consciously said, well, I'll get cute here. I'll see if I can get somebody to raise and I can go over the top. And I went off of my game. So losing the hand was not as important to me as getting off of my game plan. That's really kind of what I was beating myself up for the next few minutes or so. I don't linger on hands. So there's my thought on that, and I have a prime example, very recent example of it.
Ace-7 suited, pocket deuces, queen 10 suited. Few playable hands here.
Yeah, Scuba Steve's coming along with the queen 10, and we're going to go five-handed here to the flop.
King 9-7, couple of diamonds. Right now, a pair of sevens is best. Second king, now two pair for Dale with his ace-7.
Check. Check. 5.
Dale's going to bet that 7.
Call.
Mobley's coming along with his pocket twos.
I think Scuba Steve's going to peel one, too.
He
with his
is.
gut shot.
He's got a gut shot.
6 of clubs, nothing.
Check. Too high.
They're going to check this down to showdown. Dale's going to show his ace-7 and take down this pot. And Dale, whose flight 1B life was at stake not too long ago, now building his stack up
102.
over 100,000.
Yeah, nice run, Dale. Fighting back. Living that good life.
25 and 5 now, guys. 25 and 5.
You're fine now.
5,000?
Yep.
You did all those damn clubs. Hit the damn clubs to save my life.
$20,000.
I don't like talking about myself, but I will say both of those last comments from DFG I'm going to take as compliments. I think and DFG, you were around when I first started playing this game 25 years ago. And it took me many, many years to decide that I would rather play well and lose than play poorly and win. Too many times I played this game and played poorly and came out ahead, and I was not learning the game at
Vic,
that point.
you're beating yourself up too much.
Well, I was not
No,
learning
I
the
have
game
to
at
stand,
that point.
I have
and
to
the way,
stand up for you. If you're not going to stand up for you, I'm going to stand up for you. You
But
need to
that's-
stop it right now.
I think that's a philosophy
Guys.
that is something that, as someone that starts this game out early,
Vic,
they need to learn
I will give
that
you
they
a hug.
want to play well and not play poorly and get rewarded for because the poor play, if it's rewarded, continues.
I will not let my partner beat himself up anymore. If you need a hug right now, dang it, I'll give you a hug. You let me know.
Yep. And yes, TFG, I always say, if it's not fun, stay home.
Remember that.
Yeah.
King 10 for Dale now. He's having fun. He went from low stack up over 100K.
You thought that through enough.
Cheyenne sensing some weakness, so she's going to take advantage of the button with the ace-6, excuse me, and raise this up.
Oh, nice.
Chase now. Second time we've seen him play Jack-7. Maybe that's a personal favorite of his.
And now the third time we've seen him limp and then fold.
Yeah, and we're
This
just
is
talking.
costing him money. Absolutely.
Decent
No,
ace.
25. 25.
I mean, right there, if we say that he did that all the time when it was $3,000 in the big blind, that's 15,000 that all he's done is called off.
Yep, and it adds up. Limping is a bad habit. It's like saying or like a lot. Sometimes, you'll catch yourself and you'll be like, well, I like this, and like
Hey, Daniel.
I went to the store and I like that. It's the same as limping.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Stop it.
It's not a tuma.
Yeah, it's not a tumor. Stop the limp. No limping. Get down. Donald now, first to act, 8-4 suited. With a smirk on his face, saying, I wish I was playing cash right now, but I'm not, so I'll fold. I wonder how many times that crosses a poker player's mind. Like, if I was playing cash right now, I would play this in this position, but at the blind level in tournament play, I can't do it.
And here's a limp from Paige and another limp from Chase.
Got the drones going.
They might get lucky this time and not
Well,
see.
and Paige is at the point where if somebody does raise with the jack, and he's got the jack 10 of diamonds, then he may as well go all in.
Yeah, I'm.
However, we're going to go four-handed to the flop here. A limp pot.
And we have a 5-7-6 board. Chase, top pair. Mobley also with top pair.
Big blind was 5,000 though. Check.
Chase coming out to bet his king 7. Blinds are now up 2,500, 5,000, and a $2,500 ante.
Mobley's really going to be hoping for a jack or a club. He's drawing thin right now. And there it is. Not only that, some chop outs too.
Chop outs
Full
because
house.
the board pairs, and a push all in here from Chase.
Yeah, gets a flush draw, has chop outs. 7 or 5 he would chop. Jack he could win with. Club he could win with. Always a sweat. 108 in the middle.
And the flush hits for Mobley.
Wow.
And that'll be it tonight for Chase.
Yeah, Chase, good playing, buddy. Always a pleasure. Calling
Get the
your
feeling
action.
we're going to see Chase again. We've got 4 more flights remaining, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I won't
2
be-
tomorrow, 2 on Saturday.
I think he's an easy
Yeah.
favorite to say on day 2. We'll be seeing him.
Yeah.
Mobley now on a heater. Gets a runner clubs.
I'll go out in a second if I don't.
What is it?
Let them know I got a seat open.
We're talking about the
Oh,
same thing?
Marissa.
Okay.
Just down the Gino's.
Oh,
Oh, the walkie-talkie, okay.
The walkie-talkie.
I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Oh, it's in here?
no, it's
No, I
not.
didn't have a radio, so I was.
Yeah, Tyler radios me.
Oh, okay.
Marissa power walking around, making
Okay,
sure
I
the tables are
I
balanced.
promised I'd go get an update. I'll go do that right now.
No, it's not Trello.
She ain't getting drafted.
Back.
No, but the kid from Toledo got drafted.
Yeah, he was supposed to
I
go
bet
top
you-
15, they
I
said.
bet you T.O. could play today. I bet you he could play today.
For sure, you see his little workouts like 2 years ago.
No, I haven't watched those.
Like a couple of years ago, he was doing workouts and all he got.
You got hands and you can run routes.
All in for Chris.
Be precise.
Ace deuce. Mobley with jack 7 suited.
From Alabama. Carry on, Arnold.
Donald, with a bigger ace, is going to make the call.
How much is it? 18.
So we're going to have 34K in this pot. Donald has a nice chip advantage and a hand advantage right here. He's got the best of both worlds. He is not at risk. And we got a 8-6 king board. There's a 10. Most likely a chop. And no. Donald gets a check mark, the 5. He's going to take it down. Double check from the dealer. Nice job. And Donald gets some chips back.
6.
The 6.
Gotta be
Oh,
higher than
okay,
six.
yeah, okay, I read it wrong. I was thinking the 5 had to be higher.
The
It's gotta
8
feel
takes
good.
the place of the 5, and the 7 takes the place of the 6. So if you didn't
Best
have,
5 cards makes sense.
yeah.
Oh, come on. We can't draft you.
I don't know, I was looking at the 5 as being higher than it
So it
was.
just blended in with the card.
Spank, show them what you can do.
Not that I was wanting that, I was just saying it would have to be higher. I didn't look at the 5.
But you got to look it in.
You get thought till you're with your. Is it in the seat cards? He probably threw it with his, with the seat card.
Looks like we have a missing cut
That
card.
you don't think is in there, I think.
I found it.
Always got a backup plan.
Game on.
It's weird.
Couple of folds. 4 deuce now.
Call.
Mobley with queen 7. Looks like he's going to call. Will folds over the Donald with jack 9 suited. Is he thinking about the squeeze? All in. The squeeze in place. Scuba Steve with ace 9.
I had ace 9, wasn't big enough.
Nice play. Donald profits another 12-5, and he is approaching 100K again after that hand.
A little bit better than advance. Ace 9, won't reach for a straight.
Oh, you should have got in there. You'll see in there. You didn't forget it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
No, trust me, you only need 1.
Folds around.
Call.
Will limping in with 8-7.
Call. Option. Checks.
Donald gets out of the way. Looks like we got check now. 3 players to the flop.
3 players.
On a king deuce ace board. Everyone with squadouche right now. Will limping in. Let's see if he does anything. And yeah, we had a check. Will looks like he bets. And he takes it down. New player at the table.
Do me a favor, can you break down that last stack? You know you have an ace of hearts there. No, I know.
I'll need that one.
How much so I can tell that?
Buck, sorry, I was calling the action. We try to stay as active as we can on here, but for a little bit I was in the zone with the screen. He asked.
And I was out making a pot of coffee.
Yeah, and I was about to say Vic was out getting some information about the tournament. I was by myself back here. I mean,
the blinds are the question about the blinds. The blinds are 2,500 and 5,000 with a $2,500 ante at this point.
but they're not. He says they're not posted somewhere. Looked like.
Let's look at this next set of graphics here. See if we can get that.
I would have to check that honestly in the top of my head about it on the tournament page, Buck. Did you check it and it didn't say that? I'm assuming.
This is Rose? Yes.
In the meantime, I did go out to the main room. We are just under. Oh, and we've got Paige and Rose now coming in to sit in the live stream.
Oh, the Rose Tour has arrived. The power of
Rose
Rose
has arrived, but we are just below 6 tables.
Tommy? Yes. What was that, Tom?
Young lady.
And our live stream really tonight, we're just going another half hour. We will not be going until we get to the final 16. 16 players from 160 players today. Top 10% will advance to day 2. 14 players advanced
Rose at 233.
from the day 1A. And we're going to start all over again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with day 1C. Doors open up at 10 a.m.
He's my friend too.
Buck is right. I'm looking at it, and it doesn't have 25 fives. That must have just been. No, I'm talking on our page though. On our flyer.
Oh,
And Buck,
okay.
you are correct. That must have been a misprint on us. So I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Have I met you?
But yeah, we do have a 25
Which
5,000 blind level.
Huh? Will. Yes,
Must have been
I
a
do.
typo.
And I've played.
10 raises, 14,000.
We appreciate that, Buck. We'll make Jim aware of that. Might be an opportunity here since we still have 4
He's waiting for the best.
Hey, we got 4 day ones.
4 day
Update
ones
that.
left to go. Make sure that that is correct.
Gets it. I know it.
Right. Thank you.
Could you get any bigger one, Paige?
He's not looking around enough.
Security guard, let him have it.
Kiwi rooting for Rose. Look at that big smile.
Paige running next to it though.
DFG, we're just talking about coming here and having fun. I don't know who comes here to have and has more fun than Rose.
Like the former president.
That's it. He's almost as important.
I would hope he's more important than former President Carter.
Back to the action now. And we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Better after he was.
A little taste of the action here.
She looked at me.
Tournament
and
action.
said, "Do you want this one?"
Next live stream will be Sunday when we do a feature table for day 2, and that culminates into the final table. We crown a champion. $50,000
But you looked at me and smiled, and I was like, wait. am I
first
looking
place
at this very phone?
guaranteed.
He went smiling when you.
And here comes Mobley now, ace 10.
Called who?
Going to raise it up
Who did?
and make it 21-5.
I've never used that language.
Back over to Scuba Steve.
Tell him stories.
Yeah, he's getting in that danger zone right now with only 34 back.
He does make the call.
Today too, but
With Queen Jack, he leaves some chips behind here. And will Cheyenne see the opportunity to be priced in? Or will she let this go after limping in with her King Queen?
and I made a big bet
This is the problem with limping in. You don't get any information on where you're at in the hand. And she folds. She wasn't in terrible shape right there. Great fold for Scuba Steve right now as his queen is live again. We have a 8-10-4 board. Top pair for Mobley.
All in with a pair aces. She's not folding ace queen on the flop, on the turn, and then she's rivering you anyway. Right?
She rivered me.
I'm saying she was gonna river you anyway. She wasn't gonna fold her ace with a queen. Right?
This would be all in here for Scuba Steve to call.
Would you fold ace queen to an ace 10-3?
And he does make the call.
Yeah, 9 or a queen.
He's got 2 overs to the 10, and he's got the gut shot, so he's got 5 outs.
It would've been the same result. Really called
Here it
out.
is.
Oh, and that's going to...
Went all in.
The king now will give him a straight.
I think she would have folded.
Well, that's what I mean. It's
Scuba Steve, good run, brother. Always a pleasure.
I know we'll see Steve
Peter.
again. He's already informed his wife he'll be playing poker all weekend.
He had his fingers out.
He probably told you that, didn't he?
I heard him say it.
she was either gonna call
No,
you-
I know that for a fact. I wasn't there when he told her, but I heard him tell everybody else that that's what he said.
You guys go all in on the flop.
Yeah, on the flop.
Yeah. So he could have called and then.
I made a big raise.
Big blind, Rose.
What is it?
2,500 and 5,000 on today.
Thank you.
Cheyenne looking down at the 6-9. Dale right behind her with Queen 10 suited. He's going to bump it up here. It looks like 12-5. Mobley with the
The same
Same
hand,
hand,
just
yeah.
not suited.
Donald, Queen Jack suited in spades. And look at, man, all the jacks and queens are being shared right now.
Look at this.
Mr. Chuck waiting in the wings. The Nemesis King Jack. And right now, that hand's in great shape. Not too often you can say that. Four-handed, 4 ways.
Yeah, we are.
He's going to call. It's out of the way with the Nemesis. I don't blame him. Page.
Now Rose with an ace. She needs 7,500 to call, and she does make the call. So we're going to go 4-handed to the flop.
The power rose. And there's an ace right in the window for Rose. Oh, and a second one. Ace for ace. Rose with 3 of a kind. She's going to lead out for 20.
Look at Rose here making a run for day 2. She's already at 200,000.
Well, we know Rose always has home field advantage. Everyone loves Rose.
And now 276,000.
There she is.
Did you answer DFG's question about Neil? I know that
Neil did bag.
Neil did bag.
Yes, he actually won a huge pot off the so Ray had like 2 point some million, and
Yeah.
he's still the chip leader after he doubled up Neil.
Yes.
But he lost, I believe, like 400K to Neil. What happened is 2 players flopped 2 pair, and Neil tripled up, where he flopped a open-ended straight draw with a flush draw.
Yeah.
And they got it all in 3 ways, and Neil ended up knocking out the bubble and tripling up. I forget exactly his stack, but I know he's pretty healthy in chips after
Yes,
that one.
as is Ray Brent.
Oh, yeah, Ray was the chip leader still, even after losing that hand.
Right.
I believe he's at like 1.6,
1.6.
1.4 million, somewhere around there. He told me how much it was, but it's been a long day, and I forgot the exact amount. It's either 1.4 or 1.6 million he's at from the first flight. But yeah, he was over 2 million before that hand started. So Neil must have had to have at least won 600K off of Ray there. So he's close to it. Maybe 400, and he's around 900K, I would assume. And we have a 4-9 queen rainbow board. Pair of nines for both Rose and Cheyenne. Carter with a gut shot. Rose is going to better mid pair. Cheyenne's coming along.
45. Raised for 45,000.
And putting on his bluffing shoes right here. Carter.
Oh, no. So we're reading 6,000 now.
The buzzer just went off, and the blinds are going up. Now they are 3, 6, and 3. Rose on the button, trying to get her way into day 2. Sitting with a pretty good stack right now, 270,000. Mobley under the gun with a couple of spades, 10-7, 6,000 to call.
He has shown he likes to play multiple hands. He's just going limp first position. Now Donald, and this is another example of limping in.
Yep.
Can make you burn chips away. Donald with the ladies, and I don't think he's going to slow play this.
All in here.
10 is all in.
Mr. Chuck. Young Carter there gets out of the way.
And Paige and Rose both with hands they have no interest in.
Same with Cheyenne.
And you're starting to see, guys, especially on this live stream, just how much money is getting burned away with limping and then folding. If you're new to tournaments or trying to go from that next tier level when you want to play in bigger tournaments, it doesn't matter even if you're playing in a $5 tournament online. The play is the play.
Yeah.
Make sure you're noticing when the blinds get bigger how much we're seeing players just limp in and fold, and it does add up, especially
Adds up
over
quickly.
a 2-hour span.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody else.
You know, and there's something to be said about it affecting the psyche of the player as well. If you continue to limp fold, limp fold, limp fold, it's going to affect your state of mind. It's not fun.
She swears, I've never.
Will now, Queen Jack of Diamonds. He's been a little quiet lately.
Call.
He's at
Drink and never smoke.
20 big blinds.
And it's,
Well, you're missing out.
I haven't missed anything.
You never knew
Donald
that.
with a suited ace.
I cannot take this table. He's so silly.
You what?
Just the things that are said at this table.
He's going to smooth call.
He's going to call.
Going around the table, though. Still everyone behind.
It's 6 now.
Call. Yes.
Rose with pocket fours.
Call.
Cheyenne.
Call.
Rose is the one player, though, because I think it's hard to put her on her hand. When she smooth calls,
Yeah.
it almost, unless you got a premier hand, you don't want to raise, because she could be slow playing the monster. We've seen it before. 5 players now, 33K in the middle. And we have a 10-7 queen board and queen jack. Flop the best of it for Will.
Check. Check.
12-5.
12-5.
Mobley's got middle pair, 4 kicker. Cheyenne's making a position bet here of 12-5 with her ace-3. And Will gets out of the way. Back over to Donald. Lets the ace-deuce clubs go. Rose now pocket 4s. Does she want to see one more card? No, she lets it go, so we're heads up.
And now an 8 of diamonds. Does Cheyenne get creative?
Well, she's going to slow down here.
Check. Check.
I think Cheyenne could have pulled the trigger right there.
Well, Will would have hit runner straight here. He folded top pair with a jack kicker.
Yeah, I was a little surprised Queen Jack folded there. And then also Cheyenne, she's been playing her position throughout the night. So I'm just going by what I've seen her play. That time in that hand, she kind of deviated from what she was doing just earlier. And, you know, she had a player bet and then slow down 2 streets against her.
Yeah.
And she had position. I'm really surprised with the 4-card straight. She didn't try to represent there with ace high and maybe steal that one.
One guy's there.
Just from observing how she's been playing the whole time. She's been doing great. I think that's the only hand since we've done this live stream that I think she's going to be a little frustrated with.
Yeah.
Looking back. She's been, like I said, she's been playing lights out, though. Really proud of the way she's been handling herself at the table. Making some nice moves.
Can we try? There you go. Thank you. Oh,
First time I've ever played.
Dale folds all the way around to Dale in position with the king 10. He's got 10 big blinds.
A couple times. Maybe 3.
Didn't go so well for me.
Huh?
Didn't go so well.
Didn't it?
And he is going to raise this up. Will with 8-7 of diamonds needs 8,000 to make this call. He's got 2-1 chips here against Dale, and he does make the call. So we're going to go heads up to the flop.
Heads up.
We have a 4-5 queen board, Vic. Couple of diamonds, flush draw for Will. Dale with just king high. Second queen comes. All right, throws out a little semi-bluff.
Did your mark get knocked out? You guys staying for tomorrow?
I'm not sure we're gonna play. We'll try not
And
to
now
play
Will
tomorrow.
gets aggressive on that hand. Tightened up the hand before, but he's going to take this down, and he's stack's going to be right at around 133,000. 20 big blinds or better,
We were at
and we're going to have a dealer change.
Baymont, by Wyndham and
Just about 15 more minutes here to tonight's live stream. Thank you very much. Our next live stream will be Sunday, I believe sometime around 3 or 4 o'clock for a feature table that'll culminate into a final table of the 250,000. That'll bring our, well, we've added a tournament to Sunday at 4 o'clock. DFG, pay attention, $100 buy-in. But then that'll bring us a conclusion to this fantastic spring series, and we aren't even done yet. But anyway, next week then we get back to our regular schedule. Tuesday, 5-5-10, no limit hold'em cash game. Thursday, no knit Thursday. Saturday.
And Vic, don't forget, we are going to start priming up for that Veterans Tournament.
Yes.
In July, you'll be hearing a lot about our Veterans Fundraiser Tournament. It looks like it'll be the Saturday after the 4th of July weekend. We try to do it around 4th of July close, but this year 4th of July, fell on a Thursday, and we didn't want to do it just a couple days after 4th of July because a lot of families go up north or they go on vacation or a family's house.
Right.
So we're trying to make sure the veterans, we can get as max value as most. So we're going to do the following Saturday. I believe that's either the 13th or 14th, right around there.
Dale with the ace-jack is going to raise up in the cutoff. Mobley on the button lets it go. Now Donald, ace-10, needs 12,500 to make this call. Taking a close look here at Dale's stack. He is the short stack here at this table.
Yeah, it almost makes it look fishy that he put in a third of his stack and didn't just shove. Let's see if Donald can sniff this out with ace 10.
And we're keeping the tables balanced here. Or are we doing a color up? Oh, we're just coloring up some of these. I didn't think we would take a player from here. Anyway, we're heads up. Donald, ace-10. Dale, ace-jack.
Queen, 7.
All in now. 25,000.
Yeah, that's pretty much expected with the chip stack that he has.
I'm sorry, the 25,000 was the amount that the color up is there for Mobley.
My legs are cramped up. I think it's like my stomach or something. I'm sitting on my butt. Some moral story, yes. For right now, I do like just to give my legs a little bit of rest on the floor. Seems like they're cramping on the chair or something.
Well, I don't want to sit that low because on TV you'll look like a midget. Well, my
I already discussed when we first got here that I didn't like watching myself because I looked fat. And not only that, when I leaned on, my head shines on the camera.
Oh, it does
Yeah,
shine.
Don't agree with me, please. Please.
Better than looking at you.
We had 160 entrants for day 1B, and we're down to around 50 players. This is a feature table, and we're just going to around midnight tonight with tonight's live stream.
And he lets it go, by the way, the ace-10, nice fold.
I still got eyes of blue, but I don't know about 5'2". I had that back surgery, you know, and then it made me shorter after my spine. You know, my spine is so apart and moved over and it was ready to drop. I would have been paralyzed. I got everything in my back. You name it, I got it.
Small blind.
I'm walking around.
Kiss myself and then,
God is good.
not calling there.
Call. 3 good.
Deal now 10-3. Nothing to get excited about over the Mobley with 6-5 suited. He's going to come along. Sixes for Rose. She called. Kind of open up the door for everyone. Mr. Chuck. King, queen, but it's on Donald right now in the small blind.
Call. Option. Check. 4 players.
4 players now going to a flop. We got a... Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
4 of a kind right on the flop. Mr. Chuck, quads. Rose does have a full house. Wow. You don't see that too often.
25,000.
Oh, and Rose is going to bet into it. And I don't blame her. I mean, a lot of times when you have a small pair, and if you see 3 cards of any
Yeah.
go on the flop, that's normally a good situation. As long as no one had a bigger pair than you. You don't think anyone hit that? He does the double check. Like, is it really quads?
Yeah, I don't blame him. Not a good time to misread
That's a
your
great
hand.
card for Mr. Chuck.
All in.
Oh, Rose. Oh,
overbet.
Rose
There's-
goes
oh.
all in. Oh, my goodness.
There was only 77,000 in the pot, and you have over 200K. There's just no need for it.
Oh.
There's just no need for that. You're only getting called with the hand that beat you.
Man.
You know, yeah, you can get the same information if you even bet 50K right there. There was around 70K in the pot. No need to shove all in.
Well,
Oh, my heart breaks.
it's- yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Rose.
Yes,
and
we
nothing
sure
against,
are.
And I love Mr. Chuck too. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. We just
We
have a
not here
special
rooting
soft spot
favorites,
for
but
Rose.
Man,
She's
what
a
a
sweetheart.
misstep. Big misstep here
Yeah,
for
there was
Rose.
just no reason for it. There wasn't enough money in the pot.
Man.
That was a great card. Like I said, a 5, perfect card to keep the belief alive. Yeah, Mr. Chuck winning a big one, flopping quads, and he didn't even have to make one bet. He smooth called the flop and checked and got shoved all in. But Rose, we love you. Thanks for playing.
You're looking at me, I can't speak it for so long.
That was pretty loud.
Page 10 when you turn around.
Oh, and I agree. Majority of the time, you're good there, but you can get the same information with 70K in the pot if you just bet like 50K right there.
Yeah.
And she was at around 210K. So if she has to fold, if he comes over the top, you're still around 150, 160, very healthy.
Page maybe left.
And Nick says he blames Patrick. I normally don't blame the dealer, but yeah, for one time, I'll use my one time. I'll blame Patrick on that for just dealing such a gross hand, Rose.
Stop.
So Patrick, you have just made history.
Oh,
From a guy who never blames the dealer one time, I'm going to blame Patrick, not Rose, on that one.
Rose. I taught her how to play, but I didn't tell her how to fold. Call.
Paige saying he taught her how to play but didn't teach her how to fold.
Heads up action, 10-6 versus 5-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, check.
Check. 10,000.
Just a couple more hands here to go, and boy, we just can't thank you enough. We really enjoy bringing our show to you from the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. and all of our followers, our listeners, our watchers, our chat participators. You're the reason we're here.
Yeah,
Thank you
message
very
board.
much.
Thanks for being active today, like always. You guys always pull through.
Eight's call, six call, 6,000 call.
Just break up this one, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Call, call.
Dale, Jack 9. Coming on in. We have seen Jack 7 played more than ever in any tournament. Jack 7 again in the call. There's something about Jack 7 tonight, Vic. And now Paige is all in by default, no choice.
Still possible side action. You guys, one player's all in.
And we have, wow, Paige flopping 2 pair. 3, queen, 4, couple of clubs.
Check. Checks around.
And, oh, the straight gets there for Dale with Jack 9.
Hold on, Paige. Still action. 10,000. He rolls his hand over.
I've only seen cards at once.
Player's supposed to go forward. Okay, alright, we won the side pot.
And Dale's going to get Matt Rose and Paige back to back.
Draws 2 flat, 2 pair.
Nice hand for Dale, though. And he's up now over 100K. Call Dale the comeback kid so far tonight, Vic.
Yes.
He's been low early and hanging around, sticking, grinding, playing.
Well,
Yeah,
I
guys.
suggest we just do a couple things here real quick. First of all, let's talk about the swag.
Oh, yeah, new swag is out.
New
Boom.
swag.
Unadulterated poker. We got max value.
Value.
Pick it up at you can get it right
That's
at the
him.
reserve. Yeah.
This is me.
Yeah, we'll be rocking and rolling, but no, it's to promote the brand, and we always appreciate it, guys. We always have our sayings on here, and we just have fun with this stuff. But we always appreciate you guys supporting us. The Nemesis hoodies are still available too. We always have the reserve handle on YouTube on there, so get out, get some swag. It's fun times. But we're gonna be back here.
We are
this Sunday for
This
day
Sunday.
2.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good times.
It's
Where
exciting.
first place is 50K at least, Vic.
Yes, at least.
So at least we will say. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. You guys take care. Always a pleasure. And once again, hit that like button, that subscribe, and that alert. We'll be back this Sunday.
Please be safe.